All right, so I believe that we are streaming. This is virtual Gary Con.
Channel. This is the wrong channel.
Mercy, I lost my thingamabob. Oh, you're kidding me. Good God, bless Almighty. Okay, so we're doing virtual Gary Con here. We're trying to get that set up and get everybody on the same sheet of music so so we can play. We can play some Castles of Crusades. Yeah, this is gonna be weird.
Yeah, when I turn my computer on and it doesn't have me in the proper place, it says I'm in error, which I'm not sure why, because I clicked on the other part.
Okay, so on your computer, in your web browser, can you just right-click that link and then paste it in there and try that, Kim?
I'm not even seeing the link on it right now because it says I'm in error.
Okay, so what you want to do is take your mouse, and when we're talking, just go straight above us where it says GM's function on, click on that.
Down?
And that'll change the chat window for you, so to speak.
Baked off the well, he's hearing...
And you'll see where me and Steve have been talking for a little bit, and just above it's the link.
So what's happening is Chuck's speaking, and it's picking it up, and it's playing it back through, right?
It's going from Discord to Twitch.
Who is Steve talking to?
Oh my God, it actually works.
Now everybody's here with me. I'm on,
Hmm?
I'm on the stream.
I'm watching the Twitch feed. Steve seems like he's having a great time talking to somebody, but I'm not getting any audio from him.
Oh, he's not talking in here, is he? That's because he's not got push to talk on, that's why.
So I got to do
Right,
push to talk.
and
I guess that's
just-
what's going on.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could technically just mute in here, but I don't know.
Well, the video feed is just a couple of seconds behind Discord.
Yeah, it'll always be that way.
Huh?
Is the journal VC?
Oh, here.
I'm hearing a whole bunch of back.
6 feet away, Tim. You have to mute your audio on Twitch.
Okay. Mighty Cthulhu, can you hear me? I'm guessing no. No. Mighty Cthulhu, can you hear me now? Affirmative. All right. Okay. So I'm not pushing that button enough. Clearly.
Yeah, I'm not even listening to him right now. What's he saying?
He's talking to Mighty Cthulhu.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is the only stuff you're going to hear.
Yeah.
And whoever is lit up
is talking.
Okay. I'll make it sound so like you can sit here and just...
Sonoma, Kim, did you get worked out okay?
Yes, but I'm hearing a lot of back noise and...
On the stream, you mean?
Yeah, it's a lot of echoing.
Yeah, you got to mute the Twitch channel. If you don't, it's terrible.
But then I can't hear Steven through Discord.
No, you will. You will. He just has to press the button.
Yeah, he's not running a game right now, so he's not talking to us. Technically.
Kim, can you hear me now?
I heard you.
She might.
Kim, did you hear him?
I can hear him, but I can't. I don't see where I mute my button.
On the Twitch stream. So if you're looking at the video, lower left-hand side, if you move your bottom, there's a little pause and a little mute. Click the speaker icon. Don't click the pause. Speaker icon. That's what I have to do. I've got it muted too, for other reasons.
I think my taskbar is on. Wait.
I'll just turn on my Twitch stream and sit there and paint miniatures. Wait.
Steve asked, it looks like you are coming in, and it just, I see a flash of green, and then it's out.
Trying to find the Twitch app for my Android tablet, but I'm not seeing it in the store. Do they not make?
I have it on my Android tablet.
I did mute it on Twitch, but I'm still getting feedback.
That's strange. You shouldn't be.
Oh, wow, that is.
And actually, I'm getting double stuff come through because of the chat and the computer.
Oh no, there's serious feedback. I'm listening. Cal.
Well, if you're using your phone for Discord, you can just turn the speakers off on your computer.
That might work. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm not getting any feedback. I turned off the speakers on my computer.
Perfect. And actually, you sound better.
Well, that's good. Now do I need to do something about getting a character or something?
So if you look at the pins in the GM channel, not the talk channel, but the regular one, there are some links to get characters. Some have been chosen.
Kim, do you have a third, fourth, or fifth level character?
Or that.
I started hearing him say something about asking if I had a third or fourth level character, right?
Yes.
Fifth level.
If you have a third, fourth, or fifth level character ready, just pull that out and use that. I believe Douglas is using a character he's played in about 10 games of mine, or 5 or 6 games of mine, so you're good if you've got something.
Yes, plenty of games.
And still lost in the dark and vault.
I ain't never getting out.
Home sweet home, that's all it is now.
Are there any pre-gens available, or because the only one that I have, I'm still new enough to the game. I've only got one that's for my Sunday morning.
Yeah, there's if you look at the pinned topics, there is a drop box that you can download some pre-gen.
All right, I have a fifth level cleric.
That's what I'm playing, but that's cool.
That's perfect. You can't have enough clerics, really, you can't.
Amen.
And pass the plate.
I would appreciate that.
I am not seeing where you guys are chatting with each other about character selection.
I need to look at OBS. This is OBS.
Yeah, I don't know where this is.
I don't mean to download it. Someone just said we're referencing, saying what other people have selected. I couldn't figure out where you were reading that.
It's in the GM Steve Chenault channel.
Way up at the
it, but I can't get into it because it's got a little padlock on it.
Test.
Well, they all have padlocks. You should be able to click on it. It will take you in there.
That's good.
Oh, there we go. I think that's... Yeah, got it. Cool. Thanks. Grab Evelyn Moon.
You can hear me without me pushing the space bar in. Oh, yeah, just heard.
That's because it's going through my mic.
Oh, no.
It's going through his phone.
Oh, that's beautiful.
A troll stream with technical difficulties? Unheard of.
What's up, Matt?
Did you hear that? We are synonymous with technical difficulties.
I don't think you have to do that anymore. Here, turn your...
Hey, Steve, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Steve, that's what it is.
I don't think they can.
Yeah, I have no clue what the problem was.
I don't know what's going on.
Are you hearing me now?
And this guy, Goon Taka, is looking for
Exactly.
for a Tim Cass game. What the heck happened to Discord? What's going on? Can you guys hear me?
I'm in my computer. I can hear it through that.
Okay, so Steve S., there's like a pin at the top. Did you hear about all that? You want to get that and get the pre-gens out of that?
Holy crap, you can hear me and I'm not putting the space bar in.
At the top where?
In the GM Steve Chenault chat, it's like a push pin.
Yeah.
D.D. Ross saying she can hear me.
Yeah, there's a couple, like 9 pre-gens and 2 files there. Zips.
You know what I mean? No, just like you normally do. Right?
Yeah, but, oh, you plugged that up.
You see, as long as you can hear them coming through Discord, that doesn't matter. You can just talk.
Yeah, it's all good, whatever.
But I don't know if they can hear you.
No. You tell me what to do, out there.
Okay.
You guys have left my skill package behind. Chuck here sounds good. You're low in stream, but good. We can hear players. If you talk to me.
Yeah, Chuck, can you guys in the channel, the Discord channel, can each one of you say hello?
Oh, you plugged this sucker up.
Right.
What do you want me to do?
Okay, can everybody say hello?
Hey, can you... I heard something.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, can now?
I can.
Now, hold on. I think I got you muted. Hello? There we go.
Hello?
I had stuff muted because I was trying to hear the stream. All right, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Just an FYI, it looks like those 2 files are the same. There's only 5 characters.
Now I gotta push this in.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there's a second, there are 3 links. The first 2 were duplicates, and then there's one right below that.
Can hear you, but you're very quiet.
Yes, Chuck, what do you need?
For the last
Rolls
one,
off.
yeah.
The last grouper at the Knights of the Crusade link.
Okay, so here's what I think is going to happen. Everybody on Twitch can hear you now,
Mm-hmm.
but in in order for your players to hear you, you're going
I
to
gotcha.
push the button. That won't matter on this.
For people in Discord to hear me, I gotta push talk, but on Twitch, whoever's watching Twitch.
Right now they can hear you. So, you know, good practice is just push stop whenever you're going to talk.
Good job. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, are we good to go? Can everybody hear me, and can I hear everybody? Are we good to go? Can everybody hear? That's obnoxious.
I can hear you, but I'm getting an echo.
That was me. I had to mute him.
Right.
Should be good.
I am not yet on the Twitch site because I hadn't gotten to that point yet. Is
No
that
hurry,
posted
Steve.
somewhere?
So we're going to call Steve something else. Steve S. Esquire, Lord Steve.
Just call me Troll Lord.
Okay, that'll work. Troll Lord, man. A good one. I'm glad you thought of that. That's pretty clever.
You've been at this for years.
Years of
I bet
experience.
you're wondering why you hadn't thought of it.
No. I guess I need to get a character too, huh? Oh my goodness, guys! I need a drink so bad it's not even. All right, let me find. Yeah.
I'm gonna go across town and get some Arkansas Lightning.
Oh Lord.
110 proof.
Would do it.
There's some moonshine in Newport. There's a moonshine maker in Newport, Arkansas. It is some brutal.
You've got my mail address, Steve, or Troll Lord.
Blue Flame.
I'll send you some, Chuck. It'll take the paint off for sure.
That's all we need.
Hey.
Yeah, one in Newport, I believe, is Blue Flame. Rocktown has Arkansas Lightning.
Now, if I believe, guys, we're doing 5th level characters, right? You know what we end up getting for PDS?
Yes.
All right. Let me get my character then real quick.
So let's.
I'm excited, man. You know what I don't have? I don't have any dice.
So Emily, I wish people had their names.
We've got this coronavirus thing locked down, so I've got snacks stacked in.
Oh, who's Emily?
It's terrible.
This is this one here,
Okay, yeah.
but big and whistle, but my
That's Daniel, Derek, I don't know who that is. Just call them by their name.
Yeah, but I'm just on the other side of the state line, Chuck, and I don't have a coronavirus lockdown, so
I'm glad you're not. Good.
Living the free life.
You over in Tennessee?
Great.
Yeah, I'm literally like 20 minutes from Chuck.
Good evening down under. Hello, how's it going, Heaps, man? How's it going?
Yeah, he was in our show
Wait,
earlier.
you can't hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, he can hear you. Oh, God, I don't know what's going on.
I just, whatever.
You got it.
So on Twitch, they'll hear.
We are definitely on lockdown here in Illinois.
You need to talk to your players. They have that muted so they don't.
Yes, we are.
Okay, good Lord. So I'm talking to two different groups of people.
At the same time, but differently. But you have to remember you have to go back and forth, and then you have to turn it upside down.
Okay, so Tim has sort of explained the way this is working, and I'm not confident that my extraordinarily linear and small brain has got it, but we're going to plunge on anyway.
Is there a volume on this thing, or is it one?
I don't know.
That's a brilliant idea.
So,
Lost him there.
is this better when you can hear us?
Steve, I can hear both ends, so we're good.
We're
We
good.
need something on the other side.
He started, I could hear him at the beginning, and then he like faded out, and I couldn't hear him at all.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, well, just keep your head turned toward that.
I shall speak like this.
Is there a character that has not been chosen
You gotta
yet?
talk to them.
Oh, Lord. Put me in an early grave.
I think there's more characters than players, so I think kind of rename some of them or something.
Okay, so
I was
let's
thinking
start
about
at the top. Hey, let's start at the top. Emily, do you have a character?
Yes.
Big Whistle, do you have a character?
Yes, I chose Elwyn.
Butt Monkey, do you have a character?
Yes, I have Brace the Green.
Caddy, do you have a character?
Yes, I was going to grab Grimfat.
Chris, do you have a character?
I will take Runmail, the half-elf.
Last. Douglas, you've got a character I know because I've run that character before.
Indeed I do.
Red Dragon, are you good? You got a character?
Yes, sir, I do.
Kim, do you got a character?
I do, Steve. You keep cutting out at the very end after you start talking.
Okay, I'm going to slow down on my dropping of the button. Is that better?
That is much better.
I was just being too spastic, so I'll slow down on letting go of the button. And I let it go too fast that time.
Yeah,
and
keep
Steve,
hanging on to it.
There's an adjustment on that, too, by the way.
Steve S., do you have a character?
Has anybody chosen Rilladon Kerr?
No, I think you're good.
That's me.
Oh, wait, no, that's Emily.
This should have been 9.
Hi, Emily. Hi, Doug.
Okay. So I can speak here, and these
Does
people...
someone have Elwyn Moon?
Thank
I do.
you, Curtis. Much appreciated. We're trying to figure out two mics that's driving me crazy.
And so, also, remember, you can hear there's a lag. So if you show them something,
Can't hear you again, Steve.
just say we're not talking to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of confusion, and I'm going to try to stop doing this, but I've got, so I'm talking to you all in the game, and I have to push the space button down or whatever, backspace, whatever I've got queued into it. But on the Twitch channel where we're showing this, there's people making comments, and they can hear me just no matter what I do. So I was actually having two conversations. I'm going to stop doing that. That's going to be the best way to do that.
See, typically what I do is when I do my streams, I hit the space bar when I'm talking to the players. When I want to tell the chat and Twitch what I'm going to do to the players, they can't hear.
Oh,
Because they got the Twitch muted. So you can tell the chat how you're going to kill, Red Dragon or me or whoever.
That sounds like a great idea, Chuck, but you're asking my brain to do a whole lot of stuff.
Just remember, there's about 5 minutes. If you want to show 5 seconds, you show something.
I've got, we did 5th level characters, right? I've got one now, too. Okay.
I'm
good.
That's not happening. That's just crazy talk. Okay.
how about Salphonian? Does anybody have Sal?
You started now?
All right, yeah, it's time to get started. All right, I think we're all good. Is that right? What happened?
Well, no, I'm good.
Oh.
I think
You, unless you see a green,
Okay, I'll take that one.
they're not talking. So they're all getting their stuff together. They're getting nervous. And Peter can just talk to everybody on the
Yeah. All right. So what are we doing? Do I go?
Press down and tell everybody you're just starting.
We hear you. Last minute. Okay. All right, Chuck, are we good? Am I good to start?
Yeah, I think somebody was picking a character. Was it you, Steve?
Yeah, I think I'm good now.
Okay, I think we're good. Everybody's got a character. We're all ready. Take us on an adventure.
All right, we're ready to roll. Hey, would you close that door as you're going out? Okay, so I need to get that open. Okay, so thank you all for bearing with us as we get this put together. A lot of this is new for me, and I know there's a lot of new stuff going on for you guys too. Chuck is walking us through it with a little bit of assistance there, but we shall begin. So I'm led to believe that everybody is about 5th level, maybe 4th, Douglas in your case, but regardless, all of you, the 10 of you or 8 or 9 of you or however many it is, find yourselves in the Darkenfold Forest. If you look at that map to the right, I think, of me, or maybe the left, I'm not sure. It's the map, right? Nope, right over there. How would that go? Like that? You can see the Darkenfold is there. Is it right? Okay, good, Chuck. To the west there, you see the Rhodope Mountains. the forest itself is an ancient wood that has long been kind of yeah, I've got it. That little red sucker is right there ready. This forest itself is an ancient wood in the lands of Ursel in the world of Erd. And to give you a quick, very very quick recap, about 100 years ago ended the millennial dark, the winter dark. A dark god named Unklar had conquered the world, locked the world of Erd in a land of ice and snow. There was certain areas that he could not conquer. One of those areas was the Darkenfold. The Darkenfold, being kind of a sentient wood, something of a sentient wood, was able to hold the lawful and evil from Austrag and Unklar from conquering anything. So, and consequently, creatures began to drift into the Darkenfold, seeking safety and refuge from the oppression of Unklar. And you had good creatures and evil creatures, chaotic creatures, any kind of beast that just wanted to get away from the Overlord. They began to settle in the Darkenfold. Of course, the Darkenfold itself, being a sentient wood, didn't welcome these creatures so with open arms, and many of these creatures died. Many of humans, elves, whatever it was, entered the woods, built strongholds or dungeons or small castles, or just carved a living out, and many just died over the 1,000 years of the Millennial Dark. With that, when Unklar was eventually overthrown and the world itself was freed, what you were left with in the Darkenfold itself was an extraordinarily rich playing ground for adventurers like yourselves. 1,000 years of refugees having fled to the forest, many of whom died, leaving behind wealth and artifacts, magic, all kinds of stuff. So there's a multitude of areas to adventure, and you have found yourself being this small crew of 10 or so adventurers who have plunged into the Darkenfold, and you have been carving your way through it for the greater part of the campaigning season, all through spring and into the summer. The first part was pretty rough. You lost a couple of companions on the way, but eventually you managed to plunder a small dungeon, pull its wealth out, and you have that now in the guise of 5 different gemstones, each of them about the size, probably about the size of a soda can, to be honest with you, and each easily worth 5,000 gold pieces. They're not particularly magical, but they're worth an awful lot of money. So at this point, late in the campaigning season, your objective is to get out of the Darkenfold. So if you look at the map that we've got displayed here, I'm going to zoom in. We're using the World Anvil site. See if I can get this to work for me. We're trying all kinds of crazy technology today. So as I zoom in, you will see that you are in the guarded hills. Yep, that's working. Now let me grab my pointer. You guys are right there. You've come out of it. Oh, now I did something. Chuck, what did I do? My map went away. Hold on, I gotta get that map back.
Can we go through and have everybody say what their characters are?
Yes, Kim, in just a minute I'm going to do that. I want to get it set up and then go.
Yeah, click on that big red one right there. If that's the one you want.
I don't hear him again.
He's not talking. He's got his mouth open and gapping and trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
When I hit this space button, it's making the World Anvil site jump around.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I was going to tell him to bind it to insert. That's the best key to bind for push-to-talk in the world, because hardly no programs use that key. It took me years to learn that. Insert is the way.
That is a lesson well learned. We will fix that after tonight.
But I use insert every day, Chuck, at work.
I'm not talking about the coding. I'm talking about for playing games.
Okay.
You hit the backspace button, it takes you back.
Yeah, it throws all of it.
Yeah, and Steve, if I have to go to the bathroom or something, the Hobbit will be here to
What I need to do is stay off of this map. I need to just, but I'm not even sure what's going on.
It's the Hobbit!
I'm not sure why these things are all of a sudden here.
Oh, this is everything, this is just your screen, right?
I understand, but this stuff wasn't on the map a minute ago. Do I need to zoom into a map? There we are. There we are. Okay.
And once you get it, you're not gonna have to move it.
That's the plan. That is the plan. But I gotta get there and do, well, no, it's back, whatever.
That's because you don't have the pointer. And if you hit the back space,
Yep.
Is he trying to talk to us?
No, I'm not. Not yet. Give
I'm
me.
hearing other people, but not
No, give
Steve.
me.
No, he's talking to Tim. It'll be okay. It's okay, Steve. It's okay. Hang in there.
Tim's my best friend.
I do this all the time when I stream. I'll talk to the staff and not that serious. It's great.
Give me just about a minute. I gotta get my map set back up.
No problem.
No, you do it. You
You were on the roll, though. I want to tell you were kicking ass. You were kicking ass. It's good. Thank God Tim's there, though.
Yeah.
there's Discord.
Too funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, stream that's
Get to the map.
Tim Burns. He's our communications director,
I need to change
and
the
also the
Well, once you
helper.
get the map set up, I don't.
Hi, Tim.
Hello.
Tim never sleeps, by the way.
Okay,
That's
good.
Vampire.
Now, what I need goes that way. No.
I'll go to bed at midnight. He's on Discord. I get up at 6 a.m. He's on Discord.
So I want this area
Yeah.
here where we can see it. So you need to pull it over a little bit. There you go. Now pull it down so that mountain is about.
Well, at least we're being entertained here.
There you go. What?
Yeah, it's great. This is actually worth it to me, honestly. See these two at my mercy. This is great.
What happened here? Is it?
Just keep laughing, guys.
I was gonna say, if they stop laughing, then we got problems.
I don't know what.
We don't know what's going on now.
Let's step away from the keyboard for just a second.
Okay, all right. Where's Discord? I need Discord right now.
Oh my God.
All right. Now, hold on.
Slow down, little folks.
We're going to change my key real quick.
Insert.
I'm gonna go get a beer. I'll be back.
There you go, Jim.
I don't know.
That's what I just did.
Oh, that one right there.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Okay. Now.
Test.
Yeah, you sound good. Sexy.
Okay, get back to the map.
Going to be
Where's
there.
the
Is
5x5?
the Firefox. This is our social distance.
Old daddy.
We're gonna have to quarantine together for the next 2 weeks.
Castle Keeper, may I go to the bathroom?
Yes, but I'm telling you, Tim and I are doing a demonstration of how to not do social distancing.
That's awesome.
Lord of mercy.
Where's Maureen?
So you want to go the other way?
Yep, you're gonna be the poster children for CDC.
Right,
Oh, there.
exactly.
Okay, I see what was happening.
That's fantastic.
Maureen. Oh, we want to
Zoom in some. That's perfect.
Is that perfect?
Get rid of that mess. And okay, now
This is what we get for not using fantasy ground.
Well, we will next time. I promise.
That.
Or we'll be in different really.
All right.
By the way, thank you so much for helping get me online.
Okay, I think we're
Listen, we're all in this together. We're all here to adventure and go forth.
Yeah.
We're all in
Okay,
this together,
I think we are
4 to 6
back.
feet apart.
So, just a very, very quick recap. You guys have just plundered a dungeon. You've taken 5 gemstones out of this dungeon, lost a couple of characters en route, and the group of you, however many it is, are on, you can see where this red dot is. You are on the top of this cliff looking down at a gentle slope. It goes down maybe probably 2 or 3 miles. Looks like it's going to be a pretty easy walk. And as you can see, you've got some prairie in front of you, then the large river that's the Mistbang River, and forests beyond. If you look up, you're actually going to want to go up towards where it says Loretta's Bluff. That is actually your destination. Okay, so what I want to do now, we're going to start at the top, and I just want everyone to give their character's name, what your race is, and what your level is, and your class. All right, so let's start with Emily.
All right, I am Emily, and I am playing Reladon Kerr. I am a half-orc barbarian.
I am Daniel. I'm playing Elwyn Moon. I'm a human illusionist.
I am the other Steve, and I'm playing Falconian or Sal. I'm a rogue elf.
I'm Chuck Cumbo, and I am playing Milos, Nine Rings, Monk.
Of course you are.
And I will be playing Grim Fast.
Hello, this is Douglas. I am playing Ser Roshen Vardis. I am a fighter who wants to be a knight, and I've been lost in the Darkened Fold for a very, very long time.
I'm Wayne, playing Jesperi, the human cleric.
Well, this is Chris, and I'm playing Runmal Velmir, 5th level half-elf bot.
All right, is that everybody? Butt Monkey, I didn't hear what you were playing.
No, I haven't done. This is Kim. I am playing a character named Fiona. She is a half-elf cleric and 5th level.
Let me try this one more time with a mic in front of my face. I'm playing Bryce the Green, a level 5 Hobbit Druid.
All right. Okay, so I think that's everybody, and if I am correct, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's no ranger in the party. Is that correct?
We don't need no stinking ranger.
I agree. Let's see how this plays out. But you do have a druid, and that's really good. So the Darkened Fold is a pretty rough environment to pass through. One of the reasons it's called the Darkened Fold is the trees themselves tend to absorb light. So if you light a torch or a lantern, you get about a half light out of it. I think a torch covers about 20 to 30 feet around you, gives you decent light, and another 30 feet in ambient light beyond that. But the trees themselves tend to absorb that light, which kind of reduces all of that by half. That's why it's called the Darkened Fold. So keep that in mind as you guys are moving forward. At the moment, it is probably about 10 in the morning. You guys have you spent all evening hacking your way through the dungeon. You got out of the dungeon. It collapsed behind you. You've moved up onto this escarpment, as I described earlier, and you've got this slope going down. And at this point, you have to determine what you're going to do next, how you're going to go north, what your rate or what your route is. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys.
Would it be challenging to go down the face of the cliff in front of us? Is it like a gentle slope? Is it a sheer drop?
It's a gentle slope, goes down about 2, maybe 2.5 miles, and down into flatland prairie. If you look where that red dot is, you can kind of see that green. So you're going to have, that's about, just to give you kind of a distance between that mountain and that forested area south of the river, you're looking at about 10 miles, maybe 12 miles, something like that. So you're looking at pretty open country directly in front of you, and it's not a cliff. You're on you're standing at the top of a nice gentle slope. The day is crystal clear. There's no clouds in the sky. It's not particularly warm. It's just an overall a very nice day.
Is there a path before
us? Is that a bridge across the river on the other side of those woods?
What you are looking at, started talking without pushing my button down. So to answer your question, Kim, there's no particular path, but there's nothing obscuring or obstructing your way down the slopes. The grass it's late summer grass. It's just barely beginning to dry out. The Darkened Fold gets a lot of rain, usually coming in from the eastern Ursel winds, or the western Ursel winds. But the grass right now is just beginning to get that dry look to it. But you don't see anything. Even any animals that are going to be coming up and down this slope haven't stopple the earth enough or follow enough of a trail to leave it in front of you. So you really just have maybe calf high to a human grass going down. The marker that you're looking at is the Spoon Down Ford. It's not a bridge, but it is a ford. Go ahead.
Is there any way you can just move that map over to the right slightly, because the area that we're going to is...
I vote we go down the hill.
I'm going to try to do that without wrecking anything.
Okay.
I vote we go downhill to the water and then go along the river till we get to that ford and try to go around the trees.
Second.
I, as a barbarian, I have this Deerstalker ability. Can that give us any indication as to, the plan that was just mentioned? Is that going to be can I tell if that would be a straightforward path, or which direction would be sort of the fastest and also most, direct?
All right, so I was concentrating on the map. What was the plan?
Go down the hill straight to the water and then go along the river line to try to skirt around that wooded area going around it to the east and the north up to the ford.
Cross over, it's going down full.
Milos, agree.
Yeah, Kim, just kind of on a quick survey looking over it, it doesn't look like there would be any problem with that plan. Just to kind of give you all, and this is knowledge that you would have this before you went into the woods, that river that you're looking at is called the Mistbane River. It originates in a place called the Shelves of the Mist, further to the north. Shelves of the Mist have a history of elven warfare. A lot of elves were slain there long, long ago, and their spirits kind of linger in that region. Some of them, however, gather in small bands of mist and begin to drift down the Mistbane River. Why it's called the Mistbane River. And these are banshees. So encountering these creatures on the Mistbane is extraordinarily dangerous, and obviously the banshee can be very costly. But on a day like this, you're not seeing any mist like that. It's just something that you would need to be aware of. But looking forward, that trail heading down looks like it would work fair enough.
Let's do it. Onward.
All right. Does anyone in particular take lead, or you just kind of start moving off and down the slope?
Do we have any sneaky types?
There's a rogue.
Sorry, didn't have the button held all the way down. Yeah, I'm Val.
I'll take point as the druid.
Might be good to scout ahead as we go with the road.
Druid probably would work better, unless it's, assuming it's like a city type.
So, Steve, on your rogue, how do you envision? Give us a little bit of idea of what your rogue's like. Is it someone who is trained in the streets of Dugusalon, or are you more of just kind of the adventuring dungeoneering rogue?
Let's see.
And feel free to make up anything you want. Don't tie yourself to that character sheet unless you want to.
No, the character, I'm not quick enough to come up with any of my own thoughts, so no, I'm more of an outland guy.
Okay.
Than a city guy.
And did you say you were a half elf?
No, I am an elf.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, with the elves obviously have quite a few skills, outdoor skills, and with your roguish abilities kind of being honed outdoors, you could easily take point with the druid, or in place of the druid, or the druid could take point. Either one is going to have the abilities to see unnatural terrain, or something that kind of stands out as you're going down. Actually, the barbarian would have that too, a little bit, Kim. So the question is, who actually is going to take point, or is it going to be more than one person, and what is the distance between the rest of the party that you're going to be traveling?
How many of us have horses?
Should be none. If you have a horse, you don't. It didn't work in the dark.
Okay. Phantom horse.
There you go.
Well, what if we send the druid and the rogue together forward, and if they spot anything that they need to warn us about, the druid can keep an eye on it and send the rogue back to warn them.
Works for the rogue.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so what's the distance? Do you move out ahead of the party?
How about 50 yards?
You want to go that far? That's a long ways.
Any objection at 50?
What about 20?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with 50 yards.
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys hit the road. You wait till the druid and the rogue move out a little bit ahead of you. The elf's got, obviously, elf vision, can see very, very well. Sky is clear, like I mentioned earlier, so you can see for just an absolutely tremendous distance down and into the wood line. You guys move for the better part of an hour or so, and it finds you almost off of the slopes and into the prairie. On the rogue and the druid, I need you both to give me a wisdom check. Add your level and your wisdom bonus to me, and let me know if it's a prime.
Bryce got a 15, and it's prime.
Sal got a 28, and it is not prime.
Now, I should have asked, has everyone here played Castles and Crusades, or at least familiar with it?
Yes.
Yes.
Milos roll.
Wow.
4, secondary. AFK.
Barely.
Oh, okay.
But I have Douglas in person, so I'm good.
Oh, yeah, you're golden. If Douglas is sitting next to you, you're good. He's played it up. All right, good deal. Okay, so both of you notice at the same time, when you get down to the bottom of the slope, the rest of the party is kind of moving behind. It's warmed up. The day's cooked up just a little bit. So your equipment's kind of wearing down. You're getting a little bit sweaty. You're kind of looking forward to the tree line. Druid, you notice it first, but even as you motion and look in that direction, Rogue, you see it as well. And just on the very edge of that tree line, which puts it a few miles from where you are, about 8 miles, maybe 7 miles or so, you can see this column of smoke rising. Druid, you know by looking at it that it's larger than just a campfire. It's a pretty stout column.
Steve, you want to run back?
Fall back to the party?
Sure. And could we tell from the color of the smoke whether it's like a forest fire or a village burning, or is there anything we could tell? It looks unusual.
The smoke itself is a light gray color. The column's pretty stout, but it looks, it's definitely not a forest fire. It's definitely not that size. But it looks like a pretty stout campfire maybe, or a funeral pyre, or something like that.
How does it smell?
Do what?
How does it smell?
You're a bit too far away from it at this point to smell, and if you look at that map, the wind is coming off of the mountains and going east, which is to the right, to the Higdon Bogs region. So even if you were a little bit closer, the smell is being picked up and carried in that direction. Now you do notice that wood line there laps up against that rather stark and tall mountain to the left of it.
Could not hear what Steve's saying, but I'm going to go back to the party so we can communicate and sort out what we do next.
Okay, fall back to the party. Everybody regroups, however, you're at the bottom of that slope.
What'd you find up there?
We were safe from the point that we turned around at, when we saw a large fire. So, can't tell what it is though.
Which direction was it coming from?
North.
So has the party started out in Loretta's Bluff, that area? We're returning there, or have we ever?
So I'm not going to zoom the map out because it clearly causes me issues. But if you look to the right, you guys entered in a place called Haverstraw, and that is to the east. You adventured up the Miss Bane River, so you see where it says Malorian. You spent the spring and summer kind of hacking your way through that region, came to this, what's called the Guarded Hills, which is where that red dot is, and that's where you discovered this dungeon, where you finally plundered it and got the wealth that you're seeking. You know that the easiest exit from the Darkened Vault, from where you are at the moment, is to go north to that village of Alice, and then if you see where the dotted line goes, that's an actual road, which means civilization, and there's a town just beyond the edge of the map there, and I can pull it down here in a minute, called Innsmeet. So your objective is Innsmeet, and it's about 70 miles, give or take, from where you are right now.
All right. Can I make a legend lore roll as a bard to see if I know of any peoples, elven, orcish, or otherwise living around that?
Yes, absolutely. Do you know what attribute that is to check? I can look it up if you don't.
Yeah, I believe that's charisma, which is a prime for me. I rolled a 19, +1 for the modifier, and 5th.
You keyed out. What was the actual number you rolled?
I rolled a 19. I get a +1 for charisma, which is a prime, and I'm 5th.
Okay, so you got like a 24 prime.
So 25.
Okay, 25 prime. As everyone's kind of gathering and you're looking at this column of smoke, and you guys are trying to decide exactly what your next step is, it occurs to you that about a week or so ago, you guys had stopped. You met a small band of halflings from a town called Green Lonesome in the south. You ate, changed news and had lunch with these guys. And one of them told you that up in and around the Spoon Down Fords was a small band of pig-like humanoids, not orcs, but some kind of, they talked about these large pig-like creatures that rode were-boars or some type of boar. It was a very odd description that they gave you. Didn't make a whole lot of sense. But they spoke of 4 arms and an extraordinarily aggressive monster that had settled down in the Spoon Down Ford area.
Can we skirt this area and avoid these to get to where we want to?
You can certainly try. You just need to kind of look at that map and figure out what direction you would want to take, keeping in mind that the Miss Bane River is a large river and not easy to cross. Just ask Douglas. I think he's tried to cross it about 5 times.
Yeah.
I've been on my way to Innsmeet for years.
I'm having some sound issues. I am not hearing Steve S. or Sonoma anymore. I'm not quite sure what was just proposed, but in the spirit of keeping things moving, whatever they suggest, I'll do.
I just asked if we could maybe skirt the area where the fire is a little bit, with the idea that we can still attain getting over to where the fort is. And he said yes.
Well, I can use my that deer stalker thing to, can I use that to basically continuously navigate, continuously use myself as an internal compass towards where we're going?
Yeah, I believe so. I think Deerstalker gives you outdoor wilderness survival techniques, so you can definitely keep you guys using the sun and even the wind to some degree and terrain markers. Keep yourselves moving in the direction that you want.
Go for it, Emily.
Okay, so should we try and circumvent that area?
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, I think we should too.
I think it's the better option. I couldn't hear Sonoma, but I'm going to guess he said yes, so I'll say yes.
Live to see another day.
So the question is, how are you going to circumvent? Are you going to go to the right and try to cross the river, or are you going to go up into the mountains, back into the guarded hills to your left?
If we go back toward and along those foothills, then we'll have to cross a wider section of the woods and then try to make it work over the ruined bridge. But, or we can try and confront and fight whatever long pig, let's call it, is there.
I don't think that ruined bridge is a good place to go. Been there before.
I'll be right back. You guys decide what you're gonna do. I'll be right back.
I do not trust bridge.
We should go towards the fords, I think, but that's just my opinion.
Well, if we can go across at the ford, then go just a little inside that tree line, far enough to stay hidden from whatever, and try to go through north of the Higdon Bogs.
What do you think, Mr. Doug?
I'm sorry, I'm only half hearing some people, so I apologize for being a little quiet. I think we ought to try and skirt the river and get to that ford somehow. Yeah.
I think that was the original plan. I got the impression Troll Lord saying that means we have to get near the column of smoke to do that. Or we could ford the river much earlier, but God help us all.
Well, Emily's got her thing going on that could at least help us maybe get there a little bit better.
I can only really kind of give us a sense of direction, I think.
Can anyone tell me what Sonoma's been proposing? I've got no sound coming from him or from Steve S.
Why don't you try and reboot Discord or something right now while Steve...
Or did you mute her by accident?
I can see where
I did not. I just checked both of them.
This is Steve S. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I haven't been saying much, so that might be why you haven't heard me.
Can everybody else hear me except for the one person?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Yep.
So what was the verdict? Which direction are you guys going to move?
Who wants to speak for the party?
I recommend Douglas be the caller.
I think that's
he's having some sound issues right now too, so he's rebooting.
Who is?
Douglas.
Oh, is he? Okay.
We're putting the charge.
So where are we going?
I think we decided we were going to go towards the ford because having to go through the deep forest area up to the ruined bridge is probably not a great idea. So we might be better off trying to head towards the
Right, skirt the river and make for the ford.
And just try and swim across or something where it gets...
Oh, no. Ask Doug about swimming across that river.
Okay, so we're going to try that little bridge?
No.
Which was not a good idea before. So what else is our plan?
At
the ford.
At the Spoon Down Ford, Emily.
Isn't there a little bridge right there?
Yeah, we just don't want to go to the ruined bridge. The ruined bridge is a really bad place.
But isn't the Spoon Down Forge Bridge where the smoke was coming from, that area?
It's not a bridge.
I believe, no, it's on the... Yeah, and the smoke is coming from the near side of the woods that's between us and the Spoon Down Ford.
Yeah, if you look...
So the smoke isn't anywhere near the ford.
I'm going to put the red marker over the at the center of that red marker is where the smoke is. This is the Spoon Down Ford, and the ruined bridge that Douglas and Kim are talking about is there.
Ah, I see. In that case, the Bard recommends going along the foothills and then going around that little wooded area.
Yeah, there's that one little divoted area that looks like we could get through without a lot of wood.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm good with that. Same here.
Going alongside the mountains and then going up towards the river?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to trace out what I think you're going to try to do, which I keep grabbing the wrong thing. Grab that. So you're going to go like this and then move north up and try to cross there. Is that the plan?
Yep.
That's correct.
To the ford.
Go across the Spoon Down Ford.
Okay, got it. Perfect. Okay. I keep talking to myself without pushing that button down. So it's doing no good for you guys whatsoever. But there you go. All right, so you guys pick up the trail. Like I said, it's probably it was 10 when you began. It's roughly around noon. You guys begin pushing across this prairie relatively easily, though you're skirting the edge of the mountains, just in hopes of not being spotted by whatever is there. So somewhere around 2 or so, you guys are making great time. It's warmed up, but there's absolutely nothing impeding your progress. I need everyone that is an elf or a half-elf in the party to make a spot check. So that's going to be a wisdom check, add your level, and your attribute bonus.
Milos, not elf.
Well, I suck. I got a 10, and it's prime. And that was with my modifiers.
That's not very good, Kim.
Same, 10 prime.
I got a 33, not prime.
Shut up.
I rolled a 19 on the die. That'll be the best roll of the night. If you play a lot of games with me, you know that's rare.
You used it all up, Steve. You used it all up. All right, so you spot, as you guys are moving along, you've kind of broken out of this ragged line. Like I said, it's a little bit warm. You guys are, though you're making good time, it's kind of exhausting. You've kind of moved off a little bit, maybe 10 or 15 feet out from the rest of the party. And you spy over roughly where you saw the smoke, but this time in the actual prairie area. You can see this, what appears to be a mounted figure, moving relatively fast. It's probably a good, well over a mile from where you are, moving relatively fast in a southeasterly direction, which is parallel to you, but in the opposite direction of where you're going. Does that make sense?
Yep, I think we need to duck so they don't see us when they go by.
Now, Steve S., you're the only one who sees that. Nobody else sees that.
All right. So I tell them back. I describe it to everybody.
All right. So, Kim, what was the plan?
I think we ought to, like, duck into the grasses so that as they come upon us, that they go by without seeing us and hope that we have the wind to our advantage.
You definitely have the wind to your advantage. It's blowing off of that the hills behind you and going in an easterly direction. Oh, I'm sorry, it's actually against you. That's the way the wind's going. So the wind is definitely picking up your scent and going in that easterly direction. So is the plan just to hunker down in the grass and hold?
Well, I think we should have weapons ready in case he picks up their scent.
Well, he's a mile off at this point. I think we'll have a little bit of warning.
But is everyone taking cover? Is that the general consensus, or do you keep moving?
Cover.
I'm taking cover, but I'm also making sure my blade's ready.
Yep, me too.
Milos will cover as well.
I'm going to rub my fox on me to hide my scent as I get down in the grass.
Chuck, do you attack?
I am in cover.
Dang
and
it,
also
man.
AFK
I
ordering
wanted
Chinese.
you to attack.
Yeah, I can attack. Do it.
No!
No?
Don't be that guy, Chuck.
You want me to attack, don't you, Steve? You want it.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Is there a foul enemy that needs vanquishing?
Douglas is back.
Not right now.
Douglas, you see all of your comrades start laying down in the grass and hiding themselves.
I will look.
Not the most noble of endeavors.
I will look over at the night and nod. I will go if you will go. I do not fear nothing.
Oh my God.
You really want to go, Chuck?
This cleric begs you to show caution.
Milos 9 rings, fear nothing. I walk the fire of path, or the path of fire, one of the two.
There's the problem.
What if the fire leads you to duck your ass down?
I trust the night to make perfect decision.
Remember,
There could be a lot of them.
remember, he is not a knight. He is a wannabe.
it is okay. And I am AFK ordering Chinese, not because I'm playing in Chinese, but because I'm ordering Chinese.
Hey guys, I have major image, which allows me to cast an illusion 450 feet away with smell and sounds and stuff like that. Do you think I should do that a little bit ahead of us so it'll, whatever's coming to it will stop?
That's cool.
All right. So, Troll Lord, I'm going to do that. So this is my first time playing a magic user in Castles and Crusades. Is there anything in particular I need to do?
Let me look. You're casting a major illusion. Was that it?
Major image.
Major image. Got it. Let me look it up real quick. I never know what these things do. My players, I don't ever read the players.
Who wrote these rules?
Certainly not me.
Chuck, you know things are getting bad when the Uber Eats driver just mob rolls the food at your front door.
Right? Terrifying.
That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign.
Hopefully, yeah, slow down first. We ordered pizza tonight, and the lady is like so scared bringing it to our house.
Did she frisbee it?
You should have had the kids answer the door in zombie makeup. That'd have been great.
Oh, that'd have been nice.
No, but I gave a really good tip.
That's fantastic.
Are you allowed to tip the drivers in, with a squirt of hand sanitizer nowadays?
Well, no,
Kind of a come on.
I gave her a handful of bottle caps. I thought that's what our currency was right now.
Fallout. There you go.
The world has certainly changed.
Down.
Half a roll of toilet paper.
Can't hear you, Troll Lord.
The new currency, toilet paper. Okay, so you're casting this major illusion, so you can cast it, a major image, I'm sorry. You can cast it about 400, maximally 400 feet from where you are. So where exactly, and it's roughly going to be 40 cubic feet per level plus 10, or 40 cubic feet plus 10 per level. So give me an idea of first how far you're casting it out, and then exactly what you're doing, smell-wise, sight-wise, all of that.
Well, I want to cast it between us and whatever's barreling towards us. As far as the image goes, maybe make it look like a party. Can it be multiple like people, or does it have to be one creature?
Oh.
Make it a big old bar.
Yeah, make it look like a dragon. I'm level 5, so you know.
So the image creates an object, creature, or a force as visualized by the caster. So you really couldn't do a whole bunch of people, but you could do like a giant maybe, or a dragon, as someone mentioned. You have to concentrate on this. It'll stay up about 3 rounds after you cease concentrating on it.
Okay, so I'll probably, let's do a giant, and I'll
giant knight.
concentrate on it. Okay, giant knight.
That looks like me.
Okay, sure. I'll stare him down just to get a good idea of what he looks like. But no, put it in between us and whatever's barreling down towards us so we can get it stopped, and so we can investigate, I guess, to get ready to attack.
All right, so I'm going to go down as he's casting this image, you all, clearly he's let everybody know that what he's doing, but I want to know what each of you are doing. I'm going to start at the top with Chuck. So Chuck, what is it you're doing as he's casting this image? Wait, did we lose Chuck? Is he getting his Chinese food?
He's ordering food, so he's not ordering this thing.
Okay, we'll start.
Milos is back for food. I'm here.
Okay, Chuck, the illusionist is casting a spell about, what did you say, 450 feet? Are you doing it at your max range?
Yeah, as long as it's between us and whatever's coming towards us.
So very roughly 400 to 400 feet from you to the east, out into the prairie, you see this large, giant-like figure beginning to form. You know it's the illusionist casting an illusion to put something between you and this creature that's galloping, this mounted figure galloping across the plain. Chuck, what are you doing while he's casting that?
Currently, we're under cover, right? Is that what we end up doing?
Yeah, I believe so. Everyone but you and Douglas. But did you go ahead and take cover? Was that the plan?
I'm looking to the night. What did he decide for us?
Douglas?
We have a giant illusion. I don't need any cover.
So we're standing there waiting.
You and the knight are standing there in the grass. Okay, so then you continue to do that, weapon in hand, I assume, or something?
Yes. 6 foot apart.
Yes, Justice Dog.
All right, Emily, so you took cover in the grass. Emily, what are you doing while the illusionist is casting the spell?
I wanna give some effect to this illusion because I'm assuming it's just visual, right?
No, he can do actually sound and smell to it if he wants.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still not very smart, so I still think I want to add effect. So I'm to use my primeval instincts and just like throw everything I got into like hurling a boulder or a giant log or something from like the direction of the illusion towards the sound.
Okay, just trying to raise a ruckus to you're trying to make the giant look like it's being even more aggressive than it is.
Yeah.
But also it can do damage, mind and psyche damage, so it suffers hit point damages. So whatever I'm using it against.
Wow, that's cool.
So if it gets attacked, it actually can defend itself to some degree, wounding whatever's in front of it. All right, so Butt Monkey, what are you doing while this is going on?
Butt Monkey, put on your thing for talking.
Yeah, did we lose Butt Monkey?
There we go. I had to reset Discord and I forgot to click back into the chat. I want to make sure that I'm not in a direct line from the writing figure to this giant illusion to me, so that if you were to say shoot a spell, I don't want to go into the giant hitting me on the other side. But assuming I'm off to the side one direction or the other, I'm just going to use my hobbity wiles to hide in the grass along with my fox.
All right, sounds good. Caddy, what are you doing?
For now, I am just sitting and waiting in the grass and see if any of my magics can help as well.
All right, Chris, what are you doing?
I'm going to use Exalt, whip out the old lute, and play the Battle of Evermore to try and give my folks a bonus.
Now, what is that? That gives them a +1 to all attribute checks. Is that correct?
Player's Handbook, page 25, says a +2 if I make a successful check.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attribute check on that. And while you're doing that, last laugh, Douglas, you're still standing there, sword out, I assume?
No, my Lucerne Hammer Justice Dog is at the ready.
Now I remember. Okay. Red Dragon, what are you doing?
At 13 and it's a prime.
All right, that's successful. Everybody's going to gain a +2 on any attribute checks for the next, how many rounds is that, Chris?
3 rounds.
All right, so everybody keep that in mind. Red Dragon, what are you doing?
I think I'm going to wait and see what happens.
Okay, Kim, same?
Did you say me? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, Kim, are you doing the same? You're still keeping cover?
No, actually, I'm going to try to stealthily continue to move towards the west a little bit in case these things come out of the woods. I want to try to maybe be able to flank them a little.
Okay, sounds good. And Steve S., what are you doing?
I'm still hiding in the grass with my bow ready.
Okay, so essentially what you have is this illusionary, though it looks very real and it smells very real. You all can kind of, actually the wind is blowing under the opposite direction. You can't smell it, but everything about it is extraordinarily real. It stands up. The creature is sweating. It looks as if it rises from the plane itself, as if it were sleeping there. But the moment it does, and of course Emily's character is kind of raising a ruckus as well, and Douglas is standing there, blade out. But the moment that this creature, the moment this giant rises from the plane, you see the mounted creature immediately pivot. It's already moving at an extraordinarily fast rate, which means it's going at a full charge. It pivots without missing a beat, riding right towards the giant. As it closes, after the first round, it closes quite a bit of the distance, and you all start seeing this creature take shape. So it looks something like a centaur. You have the halflings clearly got their descriptions mixed up. What you see in front of you is a monstrously huge boar body with the upper torso where the neck and head would be, the upper torso of a human, and it's got 4 large, thickly muscled arms coming off of the torso and a broad, flat head. Tusks are sticking out of this creature's wide mouth that really extends from one ear to the other ear. And the beast itself is decorated in all manner of trappings, leather straps, gold buckles, bands, all kinds of stuff. You can see armbands, and it's got ears pierced and whatnot. And as it's moving, on its backside, you can see like you would a horse. There's nothing mounted on this, but there's packs. So the creature's clearly carrying a gear with it, a weaponry, food, what have you, that are in these packs. And it moves as it pivots and moves as it closes that distance. You all can clearly see this creature is looking at the giant in front of it with extraordinary joy, and it's just elated at what it sees before it.
Weirdo.
Yeah, kind of creepy.
Well, that worked.
Is this what they mean by long pig?
It's the Arkansas Razorback coming at you.
The Boratar.
I'm going to see if I can get this picture to look up in the camera. If you guys can see me on Twitch, I think that's what's going on here. I'm really not sure. But I'm going to hold up this picture so you can see it.
Awesome.
Let's see. I want to go that way.
Put it in front of you.
So what is that supposed to be?
Is that? Can you see that?
Like David?
Yeah, it's got a lot of hit dice.
I've been wanting to ask about this picture for years, actually.
That is a Jules Mune coming at you. And it is it's coming at the giant at the moment. So I'm going to start at the top again. Chuck, what do you do? If you're holding your position, just say hold. That's good enough.
I'm holding position.
Emily?
Holding position.
But you're still raising a ruckus, right?
Well, I'm shifting more into, ready to attack mode. I'm pulling my weapon.
Got it. Big whistle. Big and whistle.
I'm holding because I've got to hold the illusion.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Butt monkey?
Hold.
Caddy?
I guess we hold.
Chris?
I'm live and in concert.
All right, Douglas, can I anticipate what you're going to do?
I bet you can.
He's going to attack.
What are you doing, Douglas?
No, I'm going to hold with everybody else.
Okay, all right. Red Dragon?
I'm going to stand up and ready weapon now that I realize there's no avoiding this.
Kim?
I'm going to position myself in a place that I'm going to hunker down to where I feel, if I can get there, where I feel that he's going to come upon the giant because I want to cast something on him.
Okay. I need you to make a spot check as well. Steve S., what are you doing?
Holding with bow in hand.
All right, so Kim, that's going to be a wisdom save. Add your level and your bonus. Let me know if it's a prime.
That is a 24 prime.
All right, so as you're focusing on this creature that is barreling down on the giant with great joy, you notice, and it's moving. It's moving so fast, it's kicking up enough dirt from the grassland that it's making a little bit of a wave. You notice a second similar-esque creature, though you can't quite make out its size and whatnot. Just by the way it's moving, you can tell it's similar. Comes out of that forest line to the little bit to the north and I guess to the east of where you guys are. It comes out, stops, and it's obviously looking south across the prairie at what its companion is doing.
Okay, I let the party know that as much as I can without being really loud.
Okay, essentially, so you kind of shout that out. The person closest to you at this point is Emily. So, Emily, you can hear her not shout it out, but you can hear Kim kind of give this warning that there's another creature. And you don't have to do a spot check. You look over and you too can see this creature's emerged from the wood line.
All right, well, I will play telephone and shout it off to the next person.
Okay, it just goes down. So by the time it gets to Steve, you think there's some kind of barbecue going on up at the wood. It got all jumbled in the messaging.
Yum, yum, yum.
All right, so does anyone do anything other than hold their position as this creature charges?
I think we probably should attack at some point. Maybe.
I think we should fight it.
I can only hold this for 2 more rounds.
Same here.
Please let me know when it's upon us so that I can use what I'm going to do.
All right, so I assume nobody's actually charging just yet, so another round passes. The next round is going to slam into this creature. So it's going to hit the giant, Kim, which is about roughly 400 plus feet from where you are. So I'm not sure what spell you're going to use or if you're going to shoot the creature, but just keep that in mind. So if nobody's attacking, it's going to attack this illusion in just a moment.
I need to get up as close as possible to it because of what I'm using.
Okay, are you going to work your way to doing that, or are you going to wait to see how this illusionary giant encounter unfolds?
I will wait until I see what happens with the encounter, but if somebody else in the party is jumping in to attack, then I will follow suit very quickly to make sure I can reach.
Okay, got it. All right, so the next melee round, you guys are all still kind of holding in this ragged line, and the Julmune slams into that giant. You can see as it closes the distance, it leaps into the air. In one hand, it's got a thick cleaver-like weapon, a spear in another, in a third hand, some kind of saber, and in a fourth hand, it looks like probably an axe-type weapon, maybe a spiked mace. You can't quite make it out at this distance. So, Illusionist, I need you to roll an initiative. That's going to be a D10 as this creature slams into your giant.
6.
All right, so damn it. All right, go ahead and swing.
So I'm attacking with the illusion.
Yeah, I assume so. I mean, I should ask you what you're doing. You got the round. You're moving before me. So what do you do?
Okay, well, whatever weapon I gave the giant, I just rolled a 17 on that. So I didn't really say what type of weapon he had. I was concentrating on our fighters when I was coming up with the image.
How about a battle axe? Does that work?
That's fine.
So as a giant, it's going to do more than normal. So let's say a D12 on the damage. Does that work?
That'd be 10.
All right, so your giant slams this creature pretty hard. It doesn't break its attack as it leaps through the air. Obviously, it itself is pretty stout. Now, can your illusion survive an attack? Is that how this is going to play out?
Let's see here. Concentrating. It doesn't say that it wouldn't. So the only thing it says is once I quit concentrating, it only lasts for 3 rounds. So.
Okay, sounds good. So you're just going to hold this thing and fight. So the creature slams into it. Obviously, your giant's blow disabled it somewhat. It drops one of its weapons. The other two, give your giant a 17 AC. The other two miss completely, cutting into its flesh but doing no damage. But the fourth blade carves deeply into the beast. So we got to give your giant some hit points. Let's go with the hill giant. So give it, say, 50 hit points. Does that work for you?
Okay, let me write that down.
All right, what am I doing?
How much damage did that hit do?
So it cleaves into it pretty good, doing 14 points of damage to your giant. So that ends that melee round. Illusionist, obviously you're still concentrating. Does anyone else in the party do anything towards the giant? Keep in mind you're 400 feet away.
If we want to cast a spell, do we need to do that before we get back into melee?
What do you mean back into the, I missed the last part. Back into the what?
I mean on to the next round.
Well, you're going to roll initiative, and then whatever spell it is, almost all of them, it's a casting time of 1, so it's going to go just like an attack. So if you win initiative and you cast that spell that round, it goes off before my action. If you lose an initiative, then my action's going to go, and then you cast your spell. Does that make sense?
Yep, gotcha.
All right, so is anybody doing anything this next melee round to aid the imaginary giant?
Still playing the Battle of Evermore.
That's good. All right, so give me another initiative, illusionist.
Wait, hold on one second. Sorry. Wrong die. 3.
All right, so we're going simultaneously. I have been partially disarmed since one of the weapons dropped, so it's only swinging 3 times. But go ahead and take your swing.
I rolled a 2.
That's not very good. That's not very good. Your giant gets hit twice for a total of 8 points of damage.
Okay.
How many more rounds you got on your? Just let me know when the illusion vanishes. Kim, you notice just because you've had you all kind of notice as the second round ends, third round beginning. You can see that figure that spied you all from the forest edge break free from the forest and begin running in your direction. He's still a good mile off, so it's a good chunk of distance. And you can see a second one break from the trees behind them, and they seem to be just as elated about the chances of combat as the one that you are fighting.
Lovely.
So on this third round, illusionists, give me an initiative, and if anybody is doing anything different than what you are doing, let me know.
Yes.
It's a 3.
Casting a spell on myself.
All right, Kim, what spell is that? You lost initiative, illusionist.
Sanctuary.
Okay. Good Lord.
Can't hear anybody.
Okay, I got the sanctuary. You've cast that. The creature drops another one of its weapons, but he hits the giant again for 4 points of damage, so the giant can swing now. And if anyone else is doing anything, let me know.
I would like to cast Bless on the party. It won't reach the giant, though.
That's probably good. Wait, no, the giant's your friend.
Yeah, this is the last round of the giant, by the way.
Bryce is going to cast Bark Skin on himself, the armor boosting version, not the turn into a tree version.
Okay, no trees in the party, but just some more armor.
But shouldn't the Bless transfer to the giant since it was cast by the illusionist?
I don't know. It has a range of 50 feet, so I'm not sure.
Well, if that illusionist is within that range, does that or does that not transfer?
That's a very interesting question. I like that. That's very interesting. We're going to go with yes. I like the idea of it. You actually are enhancing the illusionist's ability to master his illusioning. That's what the Bless does. It fills him with confidence, and he's able to do it a little better.
So we're helping him pull a Guns N' Roses and use your illusion.
So
nice.
Does that mean my illusion's going to last a little bit longer, or what?
No, it only gives +1 to hit and +1 on saving throws against fear.
Actually, it gets +2 on any attribute.
Okay, and I think, illusionist, I don't think you have swung this round. Is that correct? So you can go ahead and add a bonus 1 from the Bless.
That'd be a 15.
I'm staring at the spell, and it does a +1 to hit and +1 on saving throws against fear.
That hit, so give me some damage on that.
That would be 11.
Sorry, you're right. You were talking about blood.
The axe cleaves into it again. So beginning the fourth round, we've got Bark Skin up and Sanctuary on Kim. These other creatures are now. There's a third one that's kind of broken free. Still a good 900 feet away for the first one. But is this the round that the illusion begins to dissipate?
Yeah, it's dissipating in this round.
All right, so go ahead and give me an initiative on that. If you get a really high roll on your initiative, I'm going to allow the giant to get a final swing before it vanishes.
Is 3 high?
Not very high, no.
But I went to Tennessee school, so that's the highest I can count.
Two-sided it is.
Well, I went to the Arkansas school, and we don't know any numbers, so I have to just guess.
That's up there with Jethro and his ciphering.
That's right.
He done graduated to 6th grade.
All right, so the giant begins to dissipate, and as it does so, this Jules Mune he's dropped 2 of his weapons, of course, and he sees the giant dissipating, and you can see this look of rage go over him as he leaps into the midst of the giant, swinging and hacking in every which direction. So that for the whole rest of that round, he's just filled with this furious attack on the nothingness around him. So the beginning of the next round, is anybody doing anything differently?
Yes, I am getting right up to him so that I can cast, basically it's blindness.
Okay, so you're about 400 feet away, and moving normally, you're going to move about 30 feet a round. If you charge, if you start running this round, you'll move 30 feet, and the next round you can have it up to 120 feet around. You suffer an AC drop, but you're able to cover a lot of distance quickly. So are you closing ground, or are you within spell range now?
No blindness. I need to basically be able to touch.
Oh, okay. All right, so what's the plan? Are you going to start running, or are you going to just move forward carefully?
I'm running.
Okay, so she breaks free from the party, starts taking off in that direction. Does anyone follow her? She
I do.
There it goes.
Milos, nine wings will run after them.
All right, so the party, first Kim comes tearing out from it. The elven cleric breaks from the party ranks and starts running. Douglas sees this Lutheran hammer in hand and starts right after that. And then Chuck, too, picks up and starts barreling in that direction. So the next melee round, as the 3 of you are crossing this prairie, you cover 30 feet in last round. In this next round, you start moving very quickly.
Actually, I think the charge is on. I will also jump in and pull out my little sling and try to do something as soon as I can.
All right, so Caddy joins the charge. So you're about 30 feet behind everybody else.
Is anyone not charging? Because I want to go too.
All right, so Emily barrels forward.
And the bard will run with the rest of the party and start reciting the epic poem of Vale.
Nice.
Are you running or?
Oh yeah, running. So
I didn't know
so that continues.
I'll meander in that general direction.
That's the spirit, everybody. It's very heroic.
That's a very southern term there, meandering. That's great.
Yep. Bryce is going to bring up the rear. I'll run with him as well.
All right, Steven?
Yeah, the elf took off too, switching from the bow to the hand axe.
All right, so essentially what happens, Kim leads this charge. As she starts running forward, she's moved about 30-odd feet as Douglas realizes that the knight realizes what's going on. He starts charging, and Chuck's right behind that. And then after that, you start seeing more of the party members begin running. So you guys are in this kind of ragged, bow-shaped line moving towards this Jules Mune. He spies you all, obviously. He's filled with fury, and he leaps back a little bit that first round you guys are running, scooping up his dropped weapon. So the second round that you're running, when you hit to about, you're moving 120 feet around, he's rearmed himself, he pivots and starts galloping to forward. I don't know what pigs do. I don't think they gallop. Running. The pig man is running right towards you. So in about 2 melee rounds, you guys are going to clash. If you're doing anything other than running, let me know now.
I think he's loping.
There you go.
Bryce is on short legs, and I'm assuming that I'm trailing the party, which is kind of what I want. I want everything to hit a big clash, be off angle, so that it doesn't just run straight into me. I'm a bit off to the side, so I can cast a spell once I get pretty close, but not in the middle of it.
I'm just letting the party know that I do have Sanctuary, so the creature needs to make a charisma save to not hit me, and that's the idea of me running in to try to cast blindness on him.
I think
keeping up with her.
Yeah, Corey will keep running, and once I get within, I know it's a sling, so it's not a very far distance. I'm going to try to do a sling before I go in and attack it.
Okay, so after about a one melee round, you're going to one more melee round charge it. You're going to stop, get the sling out, so that next round, even as Kim is leaping forward and trying to blind the creature, you're going to sling it at that round. Is anyone else using missile weapons?
I'll cast Color Spray.
All right, Color Spray's coming out as well. Okay, so...
Can I use a sling at the same time reciting this poem for...
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely shout and sing and use words of encouragement while you're doing that. Now, what you can't do is an actual ability. If you're trying to exalt or something like that, you can't sling and exalt, but you can certainly speak and shout and do poetry during the midst of combat.
Okay, now that was for exalt, so I'll hold off on the exalt until the round comes when she's close enough to touch him, and it'll be actually useful and not wasted.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so the next melee round, let's Kim and the two slingmen give me an initiative, and Bard, this is when you're doing exalt. Is that correct?
Would I roll for initiative?
I want you to roll for initiative just so I know when you are acting in the melee round.
Right, I forgot what I rolled.
Oh, sorry, D10.
Yeah, I got a 10.
I also.
A 7.
Hang on. Is there a modifier in initiative? There is for Dex, right?
There is not. I don't do any modifiers on initiative.
Oh, it's an 8.
Okay, so who got the 10?
That was Kenny.
All right, and you were doing a color spray?
I'm actually doing a sling. So is there any range modifiers or anything? Or?
At this point, you're probably at about 50 feet because, both
I was
groups...
doing a Color Spray.
Okay, all right. Both groups were moving towards one another. So go ahead and take it without... Damn it. I didn't have my button pushed. Both groups were moving together, and so you're within normal range, about 40-odd feet. I think it's 30 to 40 feet. So go ahead and take your slingshot.
Okay.
Then I'm going to act, and then Kim will be acting, and then Big Whistle.
Sounds good. So, roll. Well, that sucked. That was a 9.
Sling bullet goes wild. Now, Kim, you said I have to make a charisma check. Is that correct? Kim, am I making a charisma check against your sanctuary, or is it just I can't attack you? Did we lose Kim?
Kim, can you hear him?
I keep looking over here at the Discord. Sorry, I'm not looking here. I'm looking at the Discord. My brain's gone. I think we lost Kim, and I keep forgetting to push my mic button down. So I'm going to go. I think she said I make a charisma check. You know what? Let me check it out real quick.
Steven, you'll get used to it one day, hitting the button.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just think of it like just pretend you're using a CB.
That's what I need to do is get an old CB radio and hook it up to this thing. That would be easy.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a USB CB.
The way things are going in the world right now, that might be our only way to communicate.
We may all want to get some shortwave radio so we can start talking to each other.
That would seriously be fun if we could play games over that.
That would be awesome. I've actually always wanted to do that, but I priced them the other day. Those things are crazy expensive.
That's a big 10-4.
Wait, what was expensive? I didn't catch that.
A CD radio.
A shortwave radio.
Is more expensive. Yeah, ham radio is more expensive.
Well, I mean, you can get a good I'm a ham, so you can get a decent handheld fairly cheap nowadays. And the base stations, a lot of people use the car ham radios as a base station. They just hook it up to a power supply and everything.
All right, Daniel, we need to talk later. I want to get into that.
Okay, I will. I will help you out. I teach it to scouts too. So.
Oh,
awesome.
Hook me up on that too.
Let's do it. Let's get up on the
I have a channel for ham radio operators in Discord.
I'm KM4DCL.
Holy Christmas. Well, that is just fantastic. All right, that aside, okay, so I think we've lost Kim. Chuck, can you holler at her in some other way through Discord or something? It looks like we've lost her.
I'm sorry, I'm back.
She's back. All right.
There you go.
So
Kim, I need you to make a touch attack.
So what do I?
So you're going to roll a d20, and it's anything above a 10, and you touch the creature. It's running right past you.
That's a 15.
All right, so you easily touch the creature as it passes you. It's clearly angling itself towards Caddy, who hurled the sling bullet at him. But you touched the creature, and you were trying to cast blindness. So do I get a saving throw against that, or what's going on?
It's a charisma save.
He does not make his charisma save. So I'm just blind now. Is that what you're telling me?
I lied. I'm wrong. The saving throw was Constitution. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. He didn't make it, whether it's any attribute. It could be 2 attributes, and he's still not going to make it.
So there's a lot of negatives that he has to everything. So.
All right, I'm looking at it, but am I blind? I cannot see.
So what the deal is? Obviously you're blinded. You get a -10 to attack rolls, and you lose any dexterity bonus to the armor class. Suffers a -2 to the armor class. Moves at half speed, and suffers a -4 penalty on strength and dexterity checks.
Holy crap.
Okay, all right. So what happens now? All right, and Daniel, you need to kind of listen to this because it's going to affect your color spray. Everybody is running for this creature. As the cleric runs by, taps it, blinds it, it immediately comes slamming to a halt. Its front hooves bury into the ground. It kicks up dirt in every which direction as it realizes it suddenly can't swing or can't see. As it does so, all of its gear and equipment kind of slide forward, slamming into its backside. Some of the buckles break. It's moving at such force and speed, and it's completely confused just for a moment. But you all, especially the barbarian and druid, you all can tell that this creature is, everything about it is built for battle. It's got broad ears, wide eyes, it's got whiskers, everything about it. It gives it extra sensory perceptions that perhaps a boar might have or a normal animal in the wild. That said, it is clearly blind. So everybody, and it's a very large creature, it's roughly the size of a small rhinoceros. So everybody running forward with weapons out can take a free swing at the creature. Now, Daniel, if you cast your color spray, there is a chance you will hit some of the other party members. So I just need to know if you're going to go ahead and do that or not.
I'm not going to do that.
Okay, probably a good
The
idea.
duration is permanent also.
It's what, permanent?
Did it?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to start at the top.
Drop its weapons?
It does not drop its weapons, but it stops. It comes sliding to a halt, trying to realize what's going on, as it suddenly cannot see. So everyone's going to get a free attack. I'm going to start with you, Chuck. I'm just going to say your name out and do your attack, and let me know what you hit. So, Chuck, you're first.
Milos will pull out and swing his 9-ring broadsword into the air at the creature. And I get a total of 5.
You do not hit.
No. Actually, it's more than that, but still like 7, so whatever.
Not much more. Emily, swing.
Hey, I had a non-nat 20.
You carve right into the creature. You get right underneath his right pectoral muscle, slicing into the flesh and bone. Give me some damage.
For 17 damage.
Christmas. You got him deep. Big whistle, and you're holding on your color spray. Butt monkey, swing.
I'm assuming I'm so short I'm still running to get there, but I do not, assuming I've actually gotten, intend to stay a good 30, 40 feet back.
Okay, got it. And Caddy, you've already thrown your sling, so Chris, you're up.
Okay, sling on dex check.
What are you doing?
No, we're close enough. I'll use exhaust.
Okay, you're exhausting this round?
Yes, so and it lasts for 3 rounds.
And what does that do for everybody?
It gives them a +2 to everything, and I rolled an 18, and it's a prime, so
you're good.
Forget, modifiers and bonuses.
So everyone gets a +2 on your attacks. Douglas, you're up. Swing the hammer.
Yes, the Lucerne hammer for the win. At 20. Are we doubling?
Holy Christmas. No, you're going to do maximum damage, so it does maximum dice damage plus a d4 plus your strength bonus, and plus any magic that you got on it.
That would be, 18.
Nice. You slam.
Sorry, 20.
20 points?
Yes.
You slam the creature hard. It staggers back from the blow, knocking the air out of its chest. You know that some bones broke. Wayne, give me a swing.
Did you say me? I'm sorry, you cut off.
Yeah, Red Dragon swing.
I rolled a 22.
That hit.
And 11 damage.
Good Lord. Steve S., go ahead and swing.
With all of the bonuses, I got a whopping 8.
That's not very good. You rivaled Chuck in your attack pattern there. All right, so the hammer slams into it. Emily's blade cuts into the creature first, and then the hammer knocks it back. And Wayne comes forward with his blade too and just carves into the creature down its backside, cutting through some of the straps. Equipment falls to the ground, and the creature lumbers forward. He swings kind of wildly. His eyes roll back into his head, and then he falls to the ground next to you all, kind of laying in the midst of, in his own ruin, in the midst of all 10 of you, or however many there are.
I yell at everybody else that we have 2 more incoming.
Free them. They will face my miss.
She's not lying. They've covered about 400 to 500 feet. They're probably about 400 feet off. You guys are roughly 200 feet from the hills behind you. You can stand where you are, attack, or surrender, whatever it is what you want to do. So what's the plan?
Not surrender.
What is this word, surrender?
Get his wallet.
Yeah, I think I'm going to piss him off, and I'm going to jump on the back of the dead thing and start slinging my sling around defiantly.
When your objective is successful, as they're running forward and you move forward, jump onto the back and make gesticulating them and whatever, both of them veer towards you, and you just see their faces just filled with elation.
Hooray!
Any of his weapons
preparing for the charge.
Are these humanoid creatures?
No, I think they're monsters. Let me check.
Half.
These are aberrations. By the technical rule, they're aberrations. If whatever spell you're casting, that impacts what you're doing.
So, obviously, hold person doesn't work with command.
Command should work, yeah, if you can speak their language, or they can speak yours. And in the world of Air, Vulgate is the root language. Dwarf is the root language of everything, but Vulgate is a common language that almost all creatures speak.
Cool.
So you're going to do command. Now, I got to ask this. As Caddy leaps up upon the dead creature's body, is anyone getting between Caddy and these charging creatures?
That would be the only noble thing to do, yes.
All right.
Recharge.
I was hoping so.
I'll bet.
I'm taking advantage of this opportunity to hide.
Are any of its weapons of a small enough size for any of us to wield?
What are you exactly? You'd have to be a very large human or a half-orc to wield these things.
No, I'm a half-elf.
Yeah, it's not going to work for you. Who was doing the hide check?
You cut out there.
If someone was hiding, I missed. Someone said they were hiding.
Bryce the Green is hiding.
Okay, so the grass isn't terribly deep, but you definitely have a little bit of it, and of course there's this dead creature that you can try to hide behind. So give me a check on that. I think it's a dex check.
I'm 2'8".
Okay, so yeah, you can hide in the grass. That's pretty small.
Are the two creatures exactly together, or are they staggered?
They were staggered, but they've kind of caught up with one another, and they're clearly so enthusiastically angling towards Caddy, who is standing upon the dead body of their comrades, that they're going to strike him at the same time. However, Douglas has interceded. They're going to hit Douglas first.
Yay.
You say that now. All right, so is anyone moving forward to flank and to get up next to Douglas, or is he going to take the full brunt of this?
I am with the knight.
All right, we got two.
I'm going to flank around so that when they reach that area, I'm going to try to stay stealthy, that I can also cast another spell.
Got it. Okay, so a couple of rounds past, these creatures just moving forward with extraordinary just joy. You can tell the thrill of combat has overwhelmed them, and the lust to strike into Caddy and to slay the person who has so dishonored their comrade is motivated them to the extreme. That said, to get to Caddy, they have to get through Chuck and Douglas. And so Chuck, we're going to start with you. One of these creatures just barrels into you, four-bladed weapons in hand, swinging them all simultaneously, trying to cut you down. So I need an initiative for you.
And that would be a 6.
All right, and also, anyone casting spells or any kind of missile weapon in this melee round, let me know now, and you'll need to roll an initiative as well.
Yes.
I'm going to try to get close to one of them for touch. I'm going to cast Fairy's Glamour on one, and for 10 rounds, it'll make one of them to appear to look like me.
Okay, so my question for you is, how bold are you going to be in doing this attack? Are you going to wait till it engages Chuck and step forward where you can just kind of touch it, or are you just going to leap into this creature trying to slap it while it's in the midst of combat?
I'm going to be bold. I don't do this very often. I'm just going to leap into the fray and just try to slap this, and hopefully his comrade will attack him, and they'll start attacking each other. That's my plan.
All right, well, that's good. So give me an initiative, too. Chuck, go ahead and swing. You got me on an initiative on that.
I hate to ask this, but what's the current bonuses we have to hit? I don't know, or damage.
+2.
+2?
And I'm stepping back a little bit out of range so that I can keep doing this unhindered and unhit, and they'll still get.
Okay, got it, Chris. And Kim, what were you doing?
And I'm going to cast Command on the one that's closest to me, and I got an initiative of 10.
Okay, that's good. And Emily, what were you doing? You were about to say something?
Yeah, I'm moving up, ready to attack also.
Okay, as you're moving forward, you're going to, since you moved a little bit behind everybody else, you're going to act at the very last of this round. Don't let me forget you, but you'll be able to.
I got a 16.
You got a 16 on the touch attack. What did you get on initiative?
That was my initiative.
You got a 6?
A 16 on my initiative.
It's a D10 on initiative, so with no add.
Don't add sorry, I wouldn't even take it. Sorry.
That's a pretty good initiative.
4. And the touch attack got a 19.
Okay, so 4 on your initiative, is that what you said?
Yeah.
All right, so Chuck, the creature slams into you. Kim, I'm going to get to you in just a second. You're actually closer to the one that's going to be attacking Douglas. The creature slams into you, but Chuck, you're swinging first. What did you get on your 2-hit roll?
Total of 24.
That hits. Give me some damage.
Nice. Okay. Oh. Probably help me if I rolled the right die. Total of 12 points.
All right, you slam into it pretty hard, and then you see the illusionist leap forward with a touch. He touches the creature, and he's trying to cast trying to change the creature's nature. That'll take an impact next round, so I'll get to that in just a second, Big Whistle. But where are we at? Douglas, what did you get initiative?
4.
All right, as this creature leaps through the air, Kim, you're casting command on it. It's clearly going to slam into the Lutheran hammer carrying knights. You cast command. What is your command to do?
Die.
Okay, and I get a saving throw. Is that right? Constitution save?
Nope, charisma.
Charisma save. All right. Okay, 5th. All right, just so that everybody knows how the mechanics of Castles and Crusades work, a monster's hit dice is its bonus to its any saves or attribute checks that it makes. So the stronger the monster, obviously, the better chance it has to save, depending on what the spellcaster is, because that plays into it too. So that becomes the creature's CL, which is the challenge level. In this case, you cast command, you say die to the creature in the Vulgate. It clearly understands what you say, but it does not slow its speed. Your spell did not impact it in such a way that made it hesitate. So it slams fully into Douglas, carving into him. And Douglas, I can't remember. What did you roll on initiative?
4.
All right, so I'm going to swing at you. And Chuck, don't feel bad. I have not forgotten to swing at you.
Okay, fine. Did she add the +2 to the spell?
Douglas, what's your AC?
Or would it matter?
19.
So I couldn't hit the illusionary giant, Douglas, but you did not fare so well. He rained blows up and down your side and into your head.
I think we lost you there halfway through, Steve.
Yeah, I let the damn button go. I started rolling dice. So. But he smashes into Douglas, carving into him quite a bit, banging armor and slashing. You take a total of 12 points of damage, driven back somewhat up against the carcass of this creature's fallen comrade. Emily, which one are you swinging at? You can leap over either on the one on Chuck or the one on Douglas.
One on Douglas.
Go ahead and give me a swing on that.
That's going to be something like 29.
Okay, you hit, and everybody don't forget the +2 that the Bard has added.
Well, and the +1 for Bless.
And the +1 for Bless, right, I forgot. So give me some damage. You hit it clearly. Emily, you carve into the creature. Give me some damage. Douglas, you need to swing too. I forgot to have you swing.
15 damage.
Douglas?
Yeah, I totally hit, but the damage is a not so impressive 7.
All right, got it. 7 points. All right, Chuck, I'm going to swing
that's still like popping off an ear or something.
You cut the creature pretty deep, but when it closes, you can tell that the beast is, every movement it's making is designed to block weapons, to keep itself alive. Clearly an extraordinarily skilled combat. Obviously its whole life is built for this. This is what just looking at the expression on this creature's face, this is what it lives to do, which is to fight. So you don't manage to lop off anything, but you do cut it pretty good. Several blows up and down its side. It doesn't slow the creature at all. It continues to press in. But Chuck, I have not forgotten to swing at you. So what is your AC?
14. I don't know if any of those bonuses
that's not very
count or not. A monk. No magic.
That doesn't help you.
Great.
Not so bad. You take 12 damage as well. You get hit pretty good, but 12 points of damage. So as Chuck and Douglas are driven back up against this creature, Emily's leaping through the air and carving into it. Daniel has the illusionist has leaped forward and he's cast some kind of a magical effect across the creature's flank, and it's slowly changing the nature of one. Butt Monkey, what are you doing this round? You haven't actually acted.
I want to cast Summon Swarm on the one that is not turning into the knight.
Okay, is that one round, or is it next round? How is that going to play out?
Casting time is 1 round. Duration is concentration plus 2 rounds.
Okay, all right. So this round, the swarm is summoning, and next round it'll be attacking the creature. And I vaguely remember how that works, but you're going to have to tell me when we get to next round. Caddy, you've got the sling, or you can go ahead and take a slingshot if you want.
Actually, can I drop the sling, take the sword, and kind of try to the people who got leaped? That got pushed back into the carcass. I'd like to jump on them and jump up and try to slam into these beasties.
All right. So what you're going to do? Essentially, I'm going to give you the option. You can drop your sling onto the ground and pull your blade out and leap into the combat, and you get a -2 because you're taking so many actions this round. But if you attempt to put the sling away or somehow hold on to it, shift it to another hand or something like that, your action this round is going to be pulling out your sword and securing your sling.
Totally.
You just
I will. I'm dropping it and I'm just jumping in like Savage Fury. So.
All right. So the one on Chuck or the one on Douglas?
Which is the one that does anyone take any damage?
Chuck's is slightly less wounded than Douglas's.
And that's the one that's not transforming, correct?
I'm sorry, no, that's the one that is transforming. I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go for the one that's not transforming.
Okay, so. Go ahead and swing. And while he's doing that, Chris, you're still exalting?
I just rolled a 20.
So that nevertheless is the minus, everybody's -2, but still plus.
You might check that. Do you have to do that each round, or can you exalt once and it exalts for the rest of the combat, or for the next 3 or 4 melee rounds?
When I do it once, it lasts for 3 rounds, and I can do it up to 5 times a day because I'm a level.
Got it. Okay, so you're going to keep everybody with the bonuses in combat.
Okay, with my pluses, it would be a 30. And
that hit.
I actually hit it.
That
do we get any damage bonuses with the attribute? I'm sorry, with the any magic. Do we have any damage bonuses with?
Whatever's on your character sheet, if you've got plus blade, then you're going to get on that. You're talking about the fairy fire?
Yeah, with the blessings and all that stuff.
The bless doesn't do damage, no.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's 10 points of damage.
And Wayne, are you doing anything this round?
Can I get to Chuck's monk?
Give me a dexterity check. Wayne, give me a dexterity check.
Yeah, sorry. 17 and it's prime.
Yes, you can get to him. You going to try to heal him?
Yes, I'm going to cast Cure Serious.
Chuck, you feel suddenly invigorated, like just the same feeling you get every day that you know you get to work for Troll Lord Games.
Hold on!
You know what? I'm sorry. Actually, I did roll a 20 on that. Would I get any bonus to damage for that?
Did you roll a natural 20?
It was a natural 20. I had 32 with the -2. Or sorry, I had 30 with the -2.
If you rolled a natural 20, then you get maximum damage plus a d4.
Okay, and did you say plus magic last time? So it would be if it's 2 on the d4 and 1 if I get the magic.
The bless doesn't give you 1, but if you have a magical sling, it'll give you, or what? No, a magical blade, it'll definitely give you a plus.
Right. Yeah. The blade is magic. It's a magic sorcery.
So you're going to
I guess that would be 13 total.
Okay, sounds good. And Wayne, did you just do something?
I did a Cure Serious.
That's right.
And it did 9 points of heal.
Did you get that, Chuck? Chuck might have wandered off, but let's make sure Chuck knows he got 9 points. Okay, you got it. You were healed for 9 points.
Milos, thank you.
All right, Steve S., are you doing anything this round?
Do I get to do anything?
This is the round you did command.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know we were still on this.
Yeah, it's going a little slow. We're getting there. Steve S., you doing anything?
Yeah, if I was close enough to swing at the beast that Corey's character is on last time, am I close enough to swing at this current one?
If you got weapon in hand, you can leap forward, make a dexterity check, and you can engage in this round, but you can get a minus simply because you're acting kind of at the end of the round. You got to get over this dead body that's between you and where you are, you and the other monster. So you can leap forward, give me a dex check.
For sure, I'll do it. My dex was I rolled an 18 for the deck.
If that's good, go ahead and take a swing at -2.
-2, you said?
Yes.
Okay, I rolled 12 plus 4, so that would be 16. And then whatever bonuses I got coming to me, I can't remember already.
I think it's +3 from the 2 from the Exalt, 1 from the. I think it's +3, 2 from the Exalt and 1 from the Bless.
All right, so that would be 19.
And that definitely hits. Give me some damage on that.
For 5.
Okay, so beginning the next round, Daniel, you have cast Fairy Fire on this creature, and that allows you to change its shape. Is that the nature of the spell?
It's Fairy's Glamour, and it makes it look like me.
Okay, nice. So you're essentially, you change this creature standing in front of, this is the one on Chuck, I believe. Standing in front of Chuck, this creature takes on a different form. It takes it a moment. So, Chuck, as you're engaging this creature, suddenly it turns its bluish light for a moment. It spreads up and down its flanks, across its legs, and down on its hooves, and it begins to change. The creature is rearing up and fixing to swing at you again, but you can tell it's taking a different shape. So my question to you, Chuck, do you do anything differently?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to swing with a different weapon.
Nice. I love it. So what are you swinging with?
I raise my fist in the air, and I call to the gods of Inze. Give me the power of the rings. I'm going to punch him with a stun attack.
Nice. Okay, so give me an initiative, and are you fighting alone? No.
Absolutely not. I have Knight with me.
Well, the Knight's fighting the other, and you're fighting this one creature. Someone else jumped forward and stabbed it. That was Steve S., wasn't it, at the end of it?
Yeah.
If anyone else is moving against the creature that's fighting Chuck, I need to know it now.
Well, which one was that? Is that the one that was closest to me?
No, you're the one closest to you. No, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. Yes, Kim, I'm sorry. It is the one closest to you.
So, yes, I am doing something.
All right, go ahead and give me an initiative.
It is 9.
Was that your initiative or did it hit?
No, it's 9.
I got 3
Sorry.
Steve, mine sounds kind of a bit, but I believe that the one you're asking about is the one that I cast the Summon Swarm on, so I'm rolling initiative to inflict vermin on it, and I got a 4.
You are correct. You're right. Good catch. That was the one. Okay, so I'm actually going. Chuck, I misunderstood. Did you get a 9 this round?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're going first, so you're going to try to do a stun attack on it as it changes into the shape of Daniel. Go ahead and give me a stun. Or swing.
I call upon the gods. Oh! Hey, hold on. 24 again.
That hit. And do I get a con save, or what am I doing?
Con save, level 5.
All right. You do not stun the creature, I am sorry to say.
Come on. See, come on. All right. Let me give him damage.
12, 17, yeah.
He takes 40 points. No, I'm just joking.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. He takes 3 points of damage.
That's not nearly as awesome as 40 points of damage.
No.
That's kind of anti-awesome.
Yeah.
I tried.
You did. You tried, and that's all it counts.
He went to school in Virginia. That's as high as he can count.
Write that on my tombstone.
Help.
I tried.
Every little bit helps.
There you go.
Yeah, but
okay,
I'm wondering why I healed you.
So I'm going to rain blows down on Chuck, and then the Summon Swarm will hit it, and Kim, you can act casting a spell or swing, whatever it is you're doing.
But he did not, in fact, do 40 points of damage. He only did 3.
Chuck, another 9 points of damage. You get struck twice, but not nearly as bad as last round. So give me the insect swarm, and then Kim, what are you doing?
Okay, so the Summon Swarm, I rolled it centipedes, and if all it does is try to beat them off of it, he only takes 1 hit point of damage. If he does anything else, including fling, he takes a D4 plus 5 per round, as long as I keep it up. and then for a couple rounds after that.
Okay, this creature pays absolutely no attention to your swarm whatsoever. So as they swarm up and over it, stinging and biting and burrowing into the creature, it takes a D4. So go ahead and give me a D4 points of damage.
7 points.
Kim, what are you doing?
I'm casting Spiritual Weapon.
Okay, okay, that's what you're doing this round. So next round you can swing with Spiritual Weapon. I believe that's how that works.
It's 1.
Casting times 1?
Yep.
Oh no, then you get a swing now. Go ahead. Go ahead and take your swing.
6 points of damage.
You all should know that I don't really do anything for the player's handbook. I run the game, and the guys who are my players, half of them wrote it.
Oh, we know.
They just tell me what happened.
Yeah, we have.
I do 100 points of damage because
wow, that seems like a lot.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Wait, you only did 100?
Yeah, I mean, I had to make it seem realistic.
Me with my 3.
Yeah, Chuck, you went the wrong direction on that. All right, I got a lot of numbers to add up here. Hold on, just 30 seconds. 32, 38, 41. All right, good deal. I feel like I've missed someone. Spiritual Hammer did 6. So we're done with that side of the combat. All right, real quick, though, Daniel, you're saying that you have transformed this creature into something looking like yourself, and the hope is that you can draw the ire of the second one. Is that correct?
Yeah, so who's the second one? What's it doing right now?
On the second one, it's just a little bit to the right of where you guys are fighting it, and Douglas is standing up right in front of it, and Emily has leaped upon it and is hacking into the creature. I believe that's it. Chris is still exalting. Wayne leaped forward on... No, Wayne, which one are you attacking?
I'm not. I was getting ready to heal the monk again.
That's right. You healed him last round. And Steve S., you are attacking the one on Douglas, I believe. So
that's right.
All right. So there's 3. There's Emily, Steve S., and Douglas are attacking the one that you're trying to fool, I think, Daniel.
Right. And so, I guess I want to do something stupid. So I want to throw a dagger. I'm just trying to figure out how to get it mad at me enough to where it would look at me and, start to want to attack me, and then I could run away and change the way I look. So
it's going to laugh at you.
I know it is, because all I have is daggers.
Do you remember the movie Team America when they're in the Jeep? I don't know if you saw it. They're in the Jeep and they're trying to signal the rocket attack. Do you remember that? And he's doing this.
It's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
It's a great movie. You should definitely watch it.
All right, okay, I'm going to act as stupid and as dumb as I can and insulting towards this thing, shaking pretend genitals at it. I don't know what's going to piss it off. I'm just going to do everything I can. Do I need a charisma check on this guy or what?
Absolutely, you need a charisma check on it. That is exactly what that attribute is built for. And while he's doing that, Emily, Douglas, and Steve, give me an initiative.
Am I in on that too with the Summon Swarm?
Summon Swarm is hitting the other one, I thought.
You're premature.
My bad. I'm hitting the one that is not changed shape, the non-illusioned one.
So that's a 24,
and
that's a prime for me?
Yeah, that's it. A 24 is a prime?
Yeah.
All right, your wild gesticulating captures the creature's attention. It pivots, looking at it looks at its companion a little bit out of its peripheral vision, sees some oddity going on, obviously, and it looks just enough confused that it hesitates for just a little bit. So Emily, Douglas, and Steve, you all get a free attack. It's not free attack, but you get to attack before I do. You gain an automatic initiative. And you do butt monkey.
It's natural 20 again.
Holy Carolina, max damage plus a D4. That's pretty insane. Emily, go ahead and swing.
I have a 19 to hit.
That hits. And Steve, go ahead and swing.
and 18.
That hits as well. Douglas, you got some damage for me?
My damage was 18. Jeez.
Got it.
Could Corey / Caddy get into this as well? I had attacked him.
What were you doing last round? Were you slinging or no? Yeah, that's right. You had actually.
No. Yeah, I jumped up and
that's right.
did a slice down the side.
Yeah, so absolutely. Go ahead and take your swing. And Emily, what kind of damage did you do?
17, baby.
Good Lord!
Oh, and the centipedes chew for another 7.
All right.
Well, I just rolled a 1.
That's not very good. So you swing wildly.
Douglas, you should be a knight.
You swing wildly, drop your blade at the creature's feet as it's just confusedly looking around. Then Douglas slams into it. Emily slams into it, and it pivots with, and then the centipedes are crawling over it. It pivots with an absolute furious rage upon Douglas, attempting to rain blows down upon him again. What was that AC again?
19.
That's the way to taunt him. That's the old school way to taunt creatures. What was your AC?
19.
He gets you twice on that. You take a total of 9 points of damage. That ends that. Do what, Kim? Steve?
Yeah, I dealt 5 damage, so.
Well, Holy Christmas, you cut it down. As it's just raining blows up and down on Douglas. You run into the creature and it crashes to your feet. Say again?
Milos, 9,000 your prowess.
Wow,
free
I
attack,
was
I got
gonna
you
make
guys.
a joke that surely that 5 points made the difference, and it really did, huh?
It did. You never know. So you still have 1 up and.
I'm kind of.
Say again.
I'm kind of hurt, but the fight's not over as far as I understand.
No, there's still 1 up, and it's giving Chuck a pretty good run for his money. So in that round, all of you that just went through the round,
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I didn't get the cast.
Oh, what are you casting?
Cure Light on the monk.
That's right.
Oh.
Keep Chuck in the battle.
4
Someone
boys.
Well, I cannot.
4 points, Chuck. Did you get that?
Hi.
And he whispers in your ear, I just did more healing than you did damage. Do better.
And I whisper back, I will not kill you next session.
That's just rude.
Dick.
So, how many do you have?
He'll pay, don't worry. His current character's naked right now, so whatever.
Yes, thank you for telling everyone.
None of that, Chuck. None of that. All right, so beginning next round, you got 1 of these creatures left. So everyone who just dispatched the 1, you're going to act at the end of the round just because you're breaking free unless you're casting a spell on this first creature. So everyone fighting the first creature, which I believe is going to be Daniel, you're in the mix of that. Chuck, Butt Monkey, I believe you're over there. Chris, you're still exalting, and I think that's it. Is that correct?
Yes.
I was casting.
And Kim, you're there too. You casting?
I use spiritual weapons, so it will automatically go to the next monster.
Yeah, you're actually on Chuck's anyway. So go ahead and give me everybody on that one. Give me an initiative.
Initiative.
I'm
Initiative?
Do what?
I got a 9.
Say, Butt Monkey is continuing the summon swarm spell. Just going to move it over. Do you want me to roll initiative or go at end of round?
Yeah, it's going to be at the end of the round as you break it off with a 1 and move it across. But it's just 10 feet, but it is 10 feet.
You got it.
5.
Kim, I need an initiative. Chuck, I need an initiative. And Caddy.
Yeah, I'm retrieving my short sword.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You dropped your blade.
5 for me.
Hey, Chuck, what do you got?
7.
Chuck, you go first.
Oh, I had a 9.
Oh, Daniel, so what are you doing this round?
I don't really have a lot of spells to attack close combat, so I'm just going to take a dagger. I'm going to try to stab it with the dagger.
Absolutely. Go ahead and swing, and then Chuck, you go ahead and swing.
I'm attempting another stun attack, just so you know.
Rolled an 11.
That misses, Daniel.
That's fine.
Great Poppy, lead me. 23. Is that hit?
That hits, and I'm doing a Constitution save. Is that correct?
Level 5. Constitution save.
Level 5.
And you're going to fail.
He is
Please.
stunned. You slam him so hard in the chest, and something snaps inside. You think you broke his spleen, and he's just stunned as he staggers back.
And I rolled a D4, and I got a 4. Yeah.
Nice. All right, so because I'm stunned, I'm not going to look it up because I'm too lazy, but I'm pretty sure that's a plus 10 to swing. So
It is. And also, he will take, hold on, sorry. So he's stunned for 4 rounds. He takes 6 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, Kim, you get to swing at a bonus 10.
Me?
Yes, you haven't acted this round. The bunk league sword punches this creature so hard in the chest that it stuns it. So because I can't move and defend myself, you get a plus 10 to swing.
Plus 10 to damage?
And not damage, just your swing.
Oh, I don't have to. There's no save, and it's spiritual weapon, so it automatically hits.
Well,
so it's 8 points of damage.
It didn't help you much, but go ahead, no, swing.
Did you hear that? 8 points of damage?
I did not. So you did 8 to it?
Yep.
Okay, so this creature staggers back. That part of the round is done, but everybody that was on the other one, Douglas, you and Emily are going to be first. You close with it first, so go ahead and swing. And then the insect swarm, I believe, is coming over, and Red Dragon, I'm not sure what you're doing. And Steve, I guess you're leaping into it as well.
Yep. Insects chew for 9 this round.
And okay, got that. And everyone give me a...
Troll Lord.
You get plus 10.
Okay, that makes it armor class 34 for 13.
That is. Emily?
27 to hit.
That hits.
For 14 damage.
Steve S.
22 to hit
That hits.
for 7 damage.
Wayne, what are you doing this round?
Is there room for me to get in on that? Because I don't need to heal.
Yeah, absolutely. The creature's rather large and long is the key to all of that.
I just rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
So max damage plus a D4.
Natural 20.
16 total.
Got it? Did I miss anyone? Okay, I just wanted you guys to know you just did 16, 7, 14, 13, and 9, and I had 2 hit points left. So he's completely and utterly obliterated.
Very good. Yeah, but who killed it?
I'm really not sure. You'd have to roll it.
He stunned it. That brought it dead.
It was a centipede named Felix.
Team kill.
It is just a heap of muscle and bone at your feet at this point, as you all pound it to death. It crumples to the ground, obviously dead, and it's done. So what is it? Good Lord, it's 9 o'clock.
It is.
10 o'clock here.
It's only 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
We've almost made it to the woods.
Question for you. Are we gonna take a Troll Lord? Are we gonna take a break soon?
Welcome to Steve's world.
You don't ever move very far. Well, actually, the game ends at 9, doesn't it, Chuck? Isn't that where we're winding down? I think 10 is lingering.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to go over since it took us forever to get started. Whatever you wanted.
It took us an hour to get started.
Do what?
It's a con weekend. There is no sleep.
Do what, Chuck?
I said we started an hour late, so I didn't know if you wanted to go over or not. That's what I was going to ask. I didn't know what your thoughts
Well, we can go a little bit over, but not much. I've actually still got a full evening ahead of me, so.
Okay, but before we do end the session, I want you guys to know that I do want us to have a roll-off before Steve calls it, so we're going to give away a prize.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
All right, so just whenever, Steve.
Absolutely. Okay. So
Yeah, actually, you know what? I do have to head out. I have another game a little after 9. So, but thank you, Steve. That was awesome. I had a good time. So, and great playing with y'all.
Cuddy, do me a favor, would you?
Sure.
Steve's channel up there where we were all talking earlier.
I'm not sure where that is. Where?
It's just above us there, about 2 lines up. If you're looking in Discord where it says the voice, you'll see GM Tim Cash, you'll see GM Steve Chenault.
Gotcha. I will be there. So, okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Have fun.
Just copy what I type in there.
Gotcha. No problem.
Thank you. Go ahead, Steve.
Is that the roll-off, Chuck? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, that's one. We'll do it right now real quick. Everybody just copy what I said in there. You just copy, paste it, and roll off, and we'll see.
What are we doing?
And the channel above us, GM Steve Chenault, just type that code I typed in that everybody's spamming.
Okay, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, looks like
Just Josh Baker. We're shooting for the closest to 10, right?
I thought it was closest to 5.
Yeah, I thought it was close to 12, but.
I see a pattern developing.
Yeah, well, you get that for me. Okay. So is everybody rolled? Anybody left? All right, then. So it looks like Steve S. is 1. Steve S., do you know our website?
I think I do, but maybe
On the same channel where you rolled, there is a web address. Go to our store there. Any PDF you want, not a bundle, but any PDF, you just let me know and send me a message, and I'll get you a free copy.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for playing. We really appreciate it. I did, Kim.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a great one. Have a great time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
And how will I let you know?
Okay, so as this the third of these creatures crumples to the ground, Caddy takes off running. He says, "I'm out," and he starts booking it across the place. So what is it the rest of you all do?
Loot the bodies.
Absolutely.
The fry some bacon.
I mean, is there anything to loot after we turn them into mush?
They've got equipment all over them, and you guys have scattered it in every which direction, obviously, when you're slamming and cutting into them. But there's definitely something to gather here. So let me roll that up for you real quick. So while I'm doing this, who's got the 5 gems?
I don't think we ever.
I'll take care of those.
Did Caddy have them? So in the midst of all of these creatures, you manage to collect up about 350 odd gold pieces. You find a couple of odd items that look like they might have been stolen from someone's house. One's a very ornately carved stool that seems to be so well made that it's not showing any kind of weathering on it. And the other one is some type of serving platter that's lined with small gilded platinum weaves around the edge of it. It's probably worth a fair chunk of money. So it seems to be a little bit breakable. It was wrapped up in about 3 thick oilcloths. And then there's a dagger that appears to be magical, probably a +1 magic.
Oh, I use daggers.
I don't need it.
Not me.
It's yours then, it sounds.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so Daniel scoops up the draft. Are you going to try to save the plate, or what's the objective there?
I'm still trying to figure out why these monsters ran around with a stool.
That's the mystery.
The stool could be handy.
At least it wasn't one of those cab stools that you attach to your posterior and sit down on when you squat.
I don't need a stool.
All right, I think we're losing players. Steve S., are you out as well?
I have to be by about 9:15. Yeah.
All right. So are we keeping the plate and stool, or are you leaving it?
We're keeping it all.
Keep it all. All right, who's carrying the stool?
I will carry the stool.
I'll carry the plate.
I have Detect Magic if you want me to cast it to see if it's worth saving.
So do I.
I'll carry the jewels.
Of course you will.
Sure, Detect Magic on them. You never know, we might have a magical squatty potty stool.
Oh, man.
On it.
Dibs.
No TP needed.
That's important these days.
An ancient bidet.
I assume that you cast Detect Magic on it.
Either one of us, yeah, sure.
All right, the stool is definitely magical, and it appears to have some type of calming and relaxing magic about it, so that if it's used, you're going to heal hit points the more and the longer you sit upon this stool.
Sweet.
Magical laxative.
That's cool.
It truly relaxes you.
I take this as a direct threat to my line of work and chop it into pieces. No, I'm kidding.
Now it's magical firewood now.
I'm totally kidding.
That would be an ignoble end to that poor stool. All right, so you got the stool, and what's the plan now? Are you going to skirt the hills, or are you going to cut right across this forest heading towards Spoon Down Ford?
So we cut right across. We took out the fire guys.
Direct route's best at this point.
Absolutely.
Yep. Cut across to the floor.
All right. Wait, I did something.
I'm with whatever you all say.
If you need to quit Steve, that's fine too.
Yeah, we're getting to that point, but I actually almost deleted something in the stream here. It gave me an error message. I hit the wrong button. So I don't know. It's almost killed something. We got one little bit more to do, and then we'll wrap it up. Like I said, I've still got an evening ahead of me. So as you all move up and through this forest, the afternoon kind of whiles away. You enter into the very, very edge of the darkened fold. It cools off immediately. You find this camp of these creatures. It was obviously the source of the smoke that you had seen earlier in the morning. By late in the afternoon, you've passed through this forest, and you've come to the Spoon Down Ford. And so this is not a bridge, as you all had hoped. It's definitely a ford. Water's moving relatively quickly, but it's kind of narrow here. You maybe got 150 feet across this river. On the other side of it, if you look at the map, you can see clear and open country that puts you in just within a few miles of Alice. So if you can manage to ford and get across this river without any mishap, then you should be home free.
I have a lot of rope and a what do you call it? Thing to hook in there.
The grapple?
Yeah, that thing.
If history has taught me anything, I don't stand a chance, just so y'all know.
You're just going to stay on this side of the river?
I just might.
Actually, I don't disagree.
So, okay, so being a fort, is it sort of dammed up a little? Like, is there kind of like some rocks or?
You're relatively fortunate it being late summer. It rains a lot in the dark and fold in the spring and the fall are usually, the rivers rise and are usually quite swift. But because it's late summer, there hasn't been rain for a few weeks, so you've got a little bit, it's dropped off somewhat. Like I said, it's about 120 feet, give or take, across. It seems to be about knee-deep to waist-deep here, but there do seem to be some rocks that you might be able to cling to if you slip or fall or something like that.
Bryce is casting water breathing on himself. Good luck, everybody.
Ask Douglas about this, but there are some really nasty things in this river.
Oh no, the water's fine. Go ahead, water breather.
Oh, Steve, I'm back, by the way, if anything happened. I was doing another roll-off in another game.
That's fine. You've moved up to the river, and you're trying to figure out how to get across it without drowning.
Oh, is it the same,
and I can actually spread.
river? Great.
I can spread the breathing water across the party.
Can you get everybody?
Yeah, it just divides the duration by the number of people hit, and I think we're down to like 6. So we're talking hour, 20 minutes, something like that per person.
Oh, good Lord, you could just lay down and crawl across the water at that point.
I'm just going to go ahead and
better crack about my height.
After he casts that spell, I'm just going to go ahead and try to walk across it.
No, you just go in the water because it doesn't really matter.
Run, Forrest, run.
There you go.
Yeah, still using the bless on this.
Okay.
I'm sorry, exalt.
Okay, yeah, so the exalt actually will give everyone a +2, is that correct, on the attribute check?
Yep. Yes.
All right, so whoever's going, was that you, Butt Monkey? Give me a dexterity check. We're just going to do
That was
one.
me.
That was okay. That was you, Daniel. You're in. Give me a dexterity check as you plunge into the river. And are you wearing any armor?
No, I am not wearing any armor. Thank you.
All right, so just go ahead and roll. Add your level and your bonus to it.
That is a prime, and I rolled a 13.
Things do not go well for you. You get about halfway through, slip on a rock, fall, try to grab a hold of something. It's just too wet, too much moss on the or algae on the rock that you try to grab a hold of. You slip, fall, go underneath the current, and begin just kind of getting sucked down the river.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna dive in and try and grab them using the primeval instincts.
Oh, nice. Okay, excellent. Well done. You did it perfectly, too, without thinking about it. So you leap into the water. So give me a dexterity check. And add your primal instinct or whatever that, and the exalt +2.
Okay. Okay, well, that would be 16.
You dive into the water, come out grabbing a hold of Daniel as he's slowly being kind of pulled off and then down into the current, just really on the edge of the ford. You can tell it's a little bit deeper. It actually slows a little bit when you get beyond the ford, but you've definitely pulled him out from the water.
Thank you very much.
You owe me for life.
Emily,
I'll share some of my ham with you.
Emily, give me a Constitution is a barbarian's prime, right? Give me a Constitution check.
Yes, it is prime. 13 without any mod. Should I add my mod?
Yeah, add your level to it and add your any modification you have on it.
So that would be a 21.
All right, so as you pull Daniel out of the water and he's thanking you for it, you can see, as I said a second ago, you can see the water to the south of you is a little bit calmer, obviously much, much deeper than where the ford is. And it strikes you, since you all have some kind of fish-like ability to breathe underwater, that probably swimming through the gentle current would just be as, minus the armor, people in armor are not going to be able to do it, but swimming there is going to be easier than hacking away across this ford.
I will let everyone know. Let's go on a nice casual swim about.
So the armor, is that what we're going to do? We're going to try to swim through it?
Uh-huh.
I don't plan on taking my armor off. I got no problem dipping down for an hour and 15 minutes and coming up the other side.
Just walk across the bottom of the pond or the river.
Absolutely.
You might sink again at some point.
Yeah, a lot of mud down there.
Well, like, does it like, I mean, I imagine in plate would be a different scenario than in left, yeah?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Really, metal armor is going to be the issue. If plate, chain, scale, scale, and then a bandit, anything like that, that's going to weigh you down. It's just going to be too heavy. Leather's going to fill up, and you're going to bob in the water somewhat. It'll give you a little bit of buoyancy for just a little bit.
All right, I'm going for it. I'm wearing hide, so I shouldn't drown.
Oh, yeah, you're good in hide. All right, is anyone wearing heavy metal armor, and if you want to try to wear it, I need
Can someone take a rope with them? I'm going to tie it around me so that they can help drag me when I try to swim.
Ropes are always smart.
I'll put a rope around you.
All right, so I'm going to assume, go ahead, Red Dragon.
No, thank you was all I was going to say.
Okay, I'm going to assume that you guys rope off. Douglas, it falls down to you. Are you going to strip your armor off to cross this river?
No, I'm pretty sure now the Darkened Fold is my home.
Now you don't even want to leave.
I'll wait for the next adventuring band.
You wave goodbye to your comrades and turn up, heading up into the West Wood.
Exactly. I have the scene from the TV Hulk. I'm gonna do a David Banner.
Yeah. So I'm working on I'm working on C0 for the Darkened Fold. I'm gonna have to put your character in there as an NPC.
I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. All right. So as Douglas abandons the party and the rest of you guys manage to use this breathing spell to circumvent the dangers of the water and ropes and whatnot, you do get yourself across and into the Higdon Bogs. And unlike its name, the Higdon Bogs are actually a broad, open, flatland forest of white oaks. Very, very tall oaks, and it's probably the most peaceful part of the Darkened Fold with the trees themselves spread out. It's old growth, so there's very little undergrowth here and vegetation that tangles your way. And you easily begin to travel north, heading your way to both Alice and Innsmeet, and escape from the Darkened Fold, except for your fallen comrade, Douglas, our forgotten comrade.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
There you go.
Just at times. He's just off on a beer run.
Yeah, that's what Douglas has done. He's looking for some Westwood beer. Well, I want to thank you all for showing up. I'm sorry it took us so long to get this going. I'm very, very new at this, and Chuck has been patiently hobbling this together for me and trying to get it to run. So,
we're gonna be trying to do something every so often with Steven here. We'll get him shaped up. He'll be jamming and ramming. It'll be good. It was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get that Fantasy Grounds going, and I can see now what Chuck asked me earlier this week, do you have some stuff? And I'm like, I don't have any now. I don't ever really do that, but I can see now what he needed to get onto Fantasy Grounds. We'll get it. We'll get it down to a skill.
He has learned the wisdom. If you guys that played tonight, appreciate you doing a roll-off. I will be sending out an additional email along with all the stuff you're getting from VertigaryCon. We're going to send you a code, and I've handpicked a adventure for you guys that I'm pretty sure nobody owns. I think so. I had Tim look at the cells on it, and it's really cool, and I want to send it to you. You'll be getting that as well for thanks for playing tonight. I really appreciate you showing up.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody interested in him, just send me a message, and after the convention, we'll all get together, and I'll tell you what you need to do.
Thank you.
You got it, Daniel.
Yeah, I'll make you a room in here, Dan. You can have a ham room.
That's fine.
Should be awesome.
Challenge that you are, and I appreciate you guys being patient to get me on board. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you very much, Steve. It was great.
It's great, Steve.
Thank you, guys, and thanks for showing up and gaming with us.
For everybody out there in the stream, I want to go ahead and start a raid if it's okay. I'll take care of this. You just sit there and grin. We're going to raid into Gary.
Cut out.
Chuck, do I need to do anything?
You just need to sit there and look good. I'll take care of it. But do not quit. I'm going to start a raid to Gary Con. There you go. Looks good, Steve. And as soon as we've got everybody in the stream, you guys watch, just hang loose. We'll be up here in a minute. We'll get as many people as we can to go in and raid on Luke Gygax. They're doing Cyberpunk Red, which I am so jealous. I'd love to play it.
Nice.
I love post-apocalyptic stuff a lot. And also science fiction.
Me too.
But again, everybody, thanks for coming. It's been a pleasure, Steve. It was great. Beneath the Stone Sky, we'll be doing this again. Hang out in our Discord, and we'll be doing all kinds of cool things there. We got a lot of stuff planned this summer. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Maybe even some organized play. But anyway,
there you go.
Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much, and happy gaming.
Thanks again, everybody.
Thanks for setting it up.
Thanks,
Have fun playing with you.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey, Steve, you're good to end.
End it?
Good night, Steve.
All right, good night, all.